Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
I'm gonna knock these stickers off.
And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
What up, people? We in here. Welcome to another episode 16, actually.
16
of the Heroes No Capes podcast. We appreciate y'all coming through. People just start coming in. That's the notification went out, the intro going. I love it. We appreciate y'all.
Nice.
I am the abomination known as AJ, and I'm joined by my co-host, my man right here, Ego. What up, Ego? How you doing, bro?
What's going on, guy? I am doing great, man. I'm ready to get into another episode. It's been an additional great week for creators, so we want to celebrate that and let you guys know what's happened this week in comic book news and otherwise.
Yes, sir. Entertainment. Who else is suiting up for a mission? We got emotionally unstable amphibian.
Hey.
What up, bro? We got some more people in here. Ain't nobody commenting, though. Hey, talk to us. What's going on? Y'all bring that energy. All right, we got stuff to talk about, but, we here for y'all. We here to get y'all in on the conversation. So let's do that. Update. What's been going on with us, bro, since the last time we've suited up?
Man, you know what? I am actually surprised that we are in the middle of Comic-Con International at San Diego, and I just almost completely forgot about it. I know that in the last maybe few years, the pandemic had an influence on it, but I never thought I'd see the day when someone said San Diego Comic-Con, and I was like, that's today? I used to want to get tickets for this, spend up to like almost $3,000 to cosplay go there, but I've actually gotten more used to going to ones that are local, so I never thought I'd see the day.
Shout out to Flaccid Phoenix. They not here in the chat, but they were live at San Diego Comic-Con. So
nice.
When I was in their chat talking to them, some cool dudes. But they was like, I didn't even realize it was going on until I saw Flaccid Phoenix go live, and then Friday Night Tights, and they was talking about it. But I'm really not into conventions, period. But it's just the, San Diego Comic-Con is just like announcing everything that's just happening, everything that's new. Back when we really gave a shit about Marvel or entertainment. I saw some Dragon Ball Z shit was there, which they've been dying as well. I hate Super. But it's a whole bunch of weirdos just stuck all close to one another.
It is.
Fawning over cartoon titties and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help that they wanted to enforce the mandates that were there, and they already have proof of that. So I'm pretty sure they lost money right there for people that didn't want to go that weren't vaccinated. So.
Oh yeah, that too. That did happen.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, bro, I'm not wearing a mask. We not talking about no pandemic shit, but back when this stuff happened and they was like, oh, bro, you can't, you know what I'm saying, be breathing, can't take your mask off. And I found myself, I was dying. I was dying. Like some people say I got a big nose, so I should be able to suck in a whole lot of oxygen. Shit wasn't happening. It wasn't saving me. It was just sucking up that cloth in the mask.
Oh, man. I understand. Go ahead.
Well, so, bro, I just started taking the gun off and breathing. And I was like, well, shit, I'm not dead. And then I started touching stuff, and I do this, and I'm like, damn, I didn't put germs around my mouth, and I was like, I'm not sick. Like I'm like looking at the doomsday clock, bro. I'm like, these folks lying, ain't shit happening.
Exactly. And that's where it's gonna make it weird for Comic Con. Like, so if I drop a Spider-Man, put the mask on, does that mean I'm wearing a mask? Or do I have to wear a face mask over my mask? Then I look like Pandemic Spider-Man. Like, where's my line here?
Does a lucha mask? Does that count? Motherfucker, I'm
If
wrestling
you say
COVID,
no,
man.
you're discriminating.
You racist.
Lucha.
Why is my according to who is that, Jill Biden, why is my taco mask not enough to fight this pandemic?
I thought I was unique.
All right, bro.
Oh man.
Do we want to get into it? Or do we want to keep bullshitting?
Oh no, we might as well get into it, man. I mean, we can do all that between articles, but yeah, let's
okay.
jump into it, man. Go ahead.
Well, all right. So before we get into it, so I'm gonna let people see. So
Go ahead.
we was just talking about San Diego Comic-Con. All right, we talking about entertainment, things that are happening. We got some topics for y'all. But although I wasn't a diehard comic book collector, you know, I went and found my stories and I went about like trades and shit like that. So I don't have like issue to issue to issue of all these comic books, but I loved it enough to collect and have some type of physical media. So I got a bunch of trades and shit. But instead of supporting mainstream creators or, you know, these big industries, I was able to cop Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog.
Nice.
I don't even know if I'm going to read it because this shit looks beautiful, and maybe I'm waiting for like some omnibus or some trade or some shit. I don't know. I think this is a kind of thick book though compared to issues that Marvel and DC put out, so it is more content, you know, is from what I'm seeing. But yeah, I like this. I got to get his second book, and so yeah, I'm trying to collect or support more independent creators, which I guess we can segue into the Rippaverse, but that's what Ripper was trying to do. Like he was trying to make, you know, his passion project, but it was a win. A win for him was a win for everybody else in this space. So besides the comic books, I also got this Trigger Animation Studios art book. So that shit's beautiful. Okay.
Nice.
Got some good animated sketches, some drawings in there with some life. And I copped this bad boy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you saw it, bro. I gotta let you look through this.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. The art, from what I understand, is amazing.
This shit is wild. So it's the art of the animated series of Avatar. And Avatar, you know, Rippaverse is inspiring, but Avatar was inspiring. It was an American-made cartoon that has some Asian help. Definitely influenced the culture of the story or the world in the series. So I was excited to get that. Again, I buy my physical comic books and trades because I like to go through them, look at the art, you know, try to draw. But I'm more interested in art books. Like I got a bunch of fucking art books up here on my shelf. And yeah, I was more so into being a creator of comics as opposed to a constant consumer.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I copped. Not independent completely, but hey, inspiring. Whatever contributes to us creating shit and competing.
All right. While we're on that, I don't know for sure if I brought this up on the last stream, but I actually copped We Only See Them When They're Dead. Kind of independent also, but an amazing sci-fi book that deals with deities and what you call space exploration. So it kind of gives you some Star Trek vibes with a little bit of not Titan AE, but kind of a Treasure Planet. I don't remember if you remember Treasure Planet when it came out.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of gives you Treasure Planet meets Star Trek vibes. It deals with dead gods and where they actually come from. So, you know, again, there are amazing creatives out there. Some that we may know that are announcing their projects. Others we may find at your local comic book store. But, you know, if you got a good story, you know, you've actually got my money for your first book. So I think that's what it's saying with cyber fraud. We only find them when they're dead, and with Ripper's project with ISO #1.
Mm-hmm. A lot of these independent creators are, I'm gonna say, veterans or used to work for Marvel or DC. Ethan Van Sciver, Gabe El Taib working on Ripper's book. Also, Truth, was it Truth, Justice, in American
In the
Way?
American Way, yep, he was a Superman.
So I bought that book. So that's coming whenever. And I'm new to the crowdfunding shit. So I'm like, okay,
So
I gave him my money. I guess I'm waiting on the book to be made to come to me.
yeah, so I mean, it's different because in articles they try to do with Young Ripper thing, they try to say it's crowdfunding. When it's crowdfunding if I'm raising enough money so that I can make the books, print them, and then ship them to you. That's kind of like almost like a campaign fundraiser for when you run for office.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what a lot of them will do. Like, even with Berserker for Keanu Reeves' book, they need to crowd fund it to get the money to do the art, get the materials, and then once it was finished, ship them out to the people that purchased them.
Yeah.
That's why they had the different tiers on there. It just like,
Yeah.
Again, Rippers was different because everything was done. It's just like, it's almost a release party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when an artist, will have their album party and you're promoting it. I'm promoting it this day, but I think that's where it can be different. I understand. I say do what works for you. Especially if you want to get people excited about something, you want to let in on your.
Okay. I'm about to say you cutting out. You cutting out. You want to get your last statement out?
Where'd I cut off at?
You were saying like if that works for you.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say do what works for you. As long as you let your patrons know your process. Hey, the book will be done regardless of how much we do in the next 3 months. I'm just trying to promote it that we need X amount of dollars. Do you know what I mean? Whichever way you crowdfunding or saying it's already finished, and this is kind of a release party. Either way that works for you, as long as you get the point out and let everyone know what your timetable is.
Wolf guy, I don't know if I highlighted your comment, but glad you in here, bro.
Hey.
We appreciate that support. In theater, hey folks, what's that? A Star Trek
What's going
sign?
on, sir?
Is that an actual Star Trek sign?
I don't know if it's a wave or live
What's...
long and prosper. I think you're waving, live long and prosper. That's my guess, bro.
Why would you wait? All right, what up, Infuriator? Glad you here, bro. So I mean, hey, we talking about comics and independent creators and shit. Let's go ahead and segue into Rippaverse. You got this one?
Let's do it. Boom. Yeah, actually, if you can bring up the article I sent you on that from, I think it's Comic Book Resources.
No, why am I bringing it up? You bring it up.
Okay, all right, I can do that.
You handle the segment.
Yes, sir. All right.
Boomer. That's what he didn't want. It's the pressure on.
Player haters. All right, hold on. Let me get right here. I can copy this.
You got the tank top on, man. Lift that pressure.
Yeah, jerk, man. All right. So I got it right here. Let me see if I can show the screen here. Share screen. Okay.
Don't show nothing you don't need to be showing, man.
Oh man, you caught me. All right. Boom. Up. And let me know when you can see it. Can you see it here or no?
So I guess I have to add it to the stream.
See, bro, I think that's what happened last time.
You sharing the entire window. Share the actual window of the article.
Okay. All right. Hold up. Yeah, I'm booming everywhere here, man.
Oh my goodness, he about to break his fucking. Y'all see the screen shaking? Yeah, damn, him and the computer nerd. All right, bro, you want me to pull it up?
I think I should have it here because I actually brought it up.
I believe in you.
Okay, hold on. You know what? Don't even believe in me. It didn't even work, man. I gotta go. I'm about to spend some time working on this one, man.
Okay. All right, I'll pull it up.
I'm gonna highlight Grim too.
Yeah, we saw her.
Yeah, it's all right. This is why I send links. I send links to Abomination AJ because I'm still trying to get this thing settled.
Y'all, what do we do throughout the week? If we not figuring this shit out, what are we really doing? All right, bro. I got it though. I got it.
All
Pull it
right,
up.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, people, for who who bared with us
We
through
appreciate
that.
it. We appreciate it. One day we're gonna have all this straight. We have no more issues like this.
God damn. All right, I'm sharing it. Y'all see that?
Yes, sir. All right,
Yes,
so
sir.
let's
All
look
right.
this up.
Van Vidal, laughing at your old ass. I feel I'm
That's
laughing
fair
with
and
you too.
appropriate.
Graham, you seen the BS with PayPal and Ripple doing them dirty like that? Is criminal, yeah, bro.
Agree.
That's
We're gonna
that's
get
what
into that too. I'm getting
that's
that too.
that
All
what we
right,
just pulled
so
up.
you get the X on there. I can start reading on there too. All these damn pop-ups. Wow. Okay. So we got posted a few days ago. So Eric G. July is a libertarian contributor to the conservative network Blaze TV, founded by Glenn Beck. And when he had a comic book to crowdfund, they were happy to highlight this to their readers and viewers and to label it as non-woke. Woke is defined as being aware of injustice in society, especially but not limited to racism, which doesn't seem anything that most people would be opposed to, especially superhero comics, which would seem to be all about fighting injustice. But I guess welcome to the internet. All right, so first paragraph is a lot to actually even take in. Instead of actually jumping right into who the person is, they're trying to segue away from by saying, oh, he works for a conservative network, the Blaze TV, founded by Glenn Beck. Notice how they bolded actually Glenn Beck's name on here on there. And saying that they're trying to highlight it as non-woke. And then trying to actually define woke and then saying that, oh, that's what comics are supposed to be about, is fighting injustice, but oh well, here we are. Well, the problem is that when Eric G. July made even his announcement, he didn't say that it was non-woke. He just said apolitical.
Yeah,
You
he said
know,
I don't care about what do you say, biological makeup.
right. He said I don't want to. I want to have decent stories. But yet the fact that you're saying it's non-woke, that's not what he said. That's what Fox put out. Apolitical, non-woke, whichever one you want to say. That those aren't Eric D. July's words. He actually just said, hey, it's apolitical. This is what it is. But the weird thing is that trying to say, oh, your success is probably going to be based off of the fact that you told conservatives this, and conservatives sent it out, and that's how you're really getting your money. It can't be because of his fan base or the fact that he's been consistent in getting both on liberals and conservatives in pursuit of actual liberty. But
Chicken,
let's go on to go ahead.
chicken shit Republicans.
Yes,
That's a fucking
yeah,
phrase.
yeah, yeah,
For young
yeah.
Ripper.
And it's like I said, it's you actually need dissenting opinions sometimes in your group to let you know that hey, you don't have to just be around other people just smelling your own farts and saying it sounds like perfume. You need someone in your group that's going to say, hey, that's a weak move. You're saying that you're trying to go in a route that's not trying to have this distributive justice, but you're not doing anything to help foster the culture that you want either. Thus, quote unquote chicken shit Republicans. Anyway, but we can scroll down a little bit here.
Well, the definition of woke is
Oh, go
wrong.
ahead.
It says
Go
woke
on.
is defined as being aware of injustice in society, especially but not limited to racism. That is not the definition of woke. Honestly, it started out as black folks talking about stay woke on the
Stay woke.
what was it, systemic racism or the racial injustice in the world. And then corporations and what they say these these crazy white women,
Liberals. Yeah.
liberal, specifically the women, have taken this and made this about, oh my god, I have to uplift these these marginalized black voices.
These poor
And
unfortunate souls.
yes, and now I think weave or counterculture have taken, we know woke as in it's not one thing. It's not being aware of the injustice. It seems more of the overcorrection for any injustice that we might have seen, as well as or so far as to have predictable storytelling. Like how we
Right.
was just talking about how you can have the woman be the actual villain. Just shit like that. Like, I kind of get on the you always see a brown woman with half of her head shaved. It's not exclusive to brown women. I'm just saying it being heavily skewed in more of the people of color area where
Direction. Right.
where they trying to push this, like
Right.
the movie we talked about, the with the Woman King or some shit. It's like
Yeah. I mean,
I'm seeing that shit being pushed upon black women as well as being gay. So like we saw from like Lightyear with was that Commander Hawthorne or some shit. That's woke. That's woke. When you give people these disrespectful ass characters with no depth to them, they just there to be
outside of
strong.
their race, outside of their race or identity.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, we see. We scroll down a little bit more on this story. Oh, yo, Jose Contreras.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
bro.
man.
Explain your name sometime. I hope you still here. If not, bro, then we glad you came through, showed your support, got the comment. We highlighted you, bro. Jose Contreras. Contreras. Yeah, bro. Explain your name so that we don't fuck it up.
We don't want to butcher it, man.
Yeah, more often. But all right, bro. I'm gonna go down. You keep going.
All right, cool. All right, let's see what we got next here. I think the second paragraph is just paraphrasing what Ripa said with the yeah. Basically, this second whole paragraph is just him repeating what Ripa said during the launch about what the actual story is about. So the last thing he said, which sounds a bit like tackling injustice in society to me, based off of the run-in that Avery's character has in with these different people, that's not tackling injustice in society at all. That's a man just trying to help out his sister. That has nothing to do with injustice.
Yeah,
that's just having help.
That's just a nigga dealing with shit in his life.
Right. That's everyday life. If you're telling me if you got to go through stuff in your day to day, like if, hey, Abomination AJ, my dogs are missing. We got to go find them. Let's go tackle injustice by doing this.
What goddamn Mexicans out here fighting these pit bulls and snatch my dog up or fake dog and Michael Vick and all that type of shit? Like, nah, bro. It's just things are happening. We're dealing with it.
Right. You're dealing with them. You're trying. Something happened to one of my relatives' friends. I got to go find them. And in doing so, I run into all these different characters. Some of whom much wish me ill will, some of which can be a misunderstanding. That is not about tackling injustice in society at all. Stop. All right.
And I don't think it was just a friend of the sisters. I think it was a family friend. So he was acquainted with her as well.
Okay.
I think, I could be remembering incorrectly, but it's either or was it the Fontana?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Was he the family friend?
Old friend by the name of Darren Fontana. And there's another family friend, Altona. So I mean, technically it's more of a situation where you're saying it's family business. That's not anything about tackling injustice in society, because dealing with family, sometimes you may not want to, you may feel obligated to do it, but at the same day, that's still blood. That has nothing to do with injustice in society. That's familial ties that bind, and that's a universal concept to me.
Right. If somebody would have came out was like, all the black mutants are being abducted, and Isom has to come out of his
ranch.
Come from his ranch. What the fuck is the word? It's a something.
Wait. Isolation?
Yes. I not think of that fucking word. He has to come out of his isolation and go save all the black folks being abducted with superpowers. And then, the Alpha Core dudes that you see, or with the girl, it's like they white, so they're the white supremacists,
right?
Snatching up all the nigga mutants.
Exactly. Even then, we'd be like, "How is you a mutant? You still got captured." Yeah. Like,
well, that's
what slave with superpowers. Come on, man.
Yeah, so that's what bro trying to make it to my you tackling the injustice of society. It's like, nah, bro. Right. It seemed like I don't give a fuck about society. I'm helping out my sister.
Exactly. And yeah, so like if you look at the next paragraph, it's like, okay, either way, the quote unquote non-woke label saw the story, picked up by Fox News and the New York Post, which have helped spread the cry further, and the revenue, already in 6 figures, soon went into 7 figures. Almost 30,000 pre-orders worth over $2.5 million. You should update that. It's up to 3.1 now. That is a remarkable achievement for a new comic book property right off the bat, no matter who promoted it. So that's the thing. They're actually trying to say, well, oh, it's because Fox News and New York Post got a hold of it. That's why you
Yeah.
have your money. It's
So
like,
it's
well,
like,
no, what?
yeah, so it's like kudos to you for getting it, but you only got it because of these
Right,
racist
right,
organizations supporting.
right. And the irony is that's racist in itself. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the weird thing. It's so on the nose. You're not putting the mirror up to yourself and be like, wow, am I the baddie? Yes,
Mhm.
you're the one saying attributed sowing to success to other white people promoting them. You know what I'm saying? Like he had like the 30,000 pre-order. What? I'm sorry.
No, I was interrupting you, but my point today was the racism, saying black dude, your comic book ain't shit and it wasn't gonna be shit until white folks got behind you. And they
Right.
not the
And
white folks that I like. That
right.
we
The enemy.
yeah.
Right. And the problem is he's saying it's which helped spread the cry further. Where you're saying like, what are you saying? Battle cry, it's nothing that's if anything, that's the promotion. You know what I mean? Like that's more promoted it further, not the cry further. It's very specific and deliberate to say it spread the cry further. You're trying to give him, achievement for a new comic book right off the bat, no matter who promoted it. Well, he promoted it. That's still a kudos in itself. But you keep reading further here. Though the price, go ahead, I'm
But look,
sorry.
he says already in six figures. This whole attack the rich type, this narrative that they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying is he's saying already in six figures. So it's like, damn, nigga, how much more money do you need? Soon
Right.
went into seven
Right.
figure.
Right. Look at this. So, though the price for a 96-page comic book of $35 plus $10 shipping might seem a bit on the high side if it wasn't for the virtue signaling possibilities. There it is right there. You didn't even read. I can understand how we say we don't like certain things before they even come out because they use the buzzwords. That's fine. But where's the virtue signaling that you're talking about?
Well,
He
his
said,
virtue signaling is non-woke.
He
Which is
never
some
said
shit that
it.
he
Yeah.
said. Right. I'm saying
Right.
the virtue signaling, this dude is putting the virtue signaling in there. He's saying Eric is doing this shit.
Right. As like, well, yeah. So I was like, well, if he didn't say that it was, he said apolitical. And if anything, you're kind of circling the point that if someone made nearly $2.5 million by saying it's apolitical, you really need to look at why people are spending money on an apolitical book. Do you know what I mean? Instead of pointing the finger at someone, you need to turn around and say, well, why are these people that actually read comic books going away from the big two in preference to someone that's saying it's apolitical or quote unquote non-woke because you said it. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
Now this dude saying if it wasn't for the, like, basically saying that this is too expensive. Like, it would normally be too expensive, but because of the virtue signaling, racist white people was willing to buy it.
Totally untrue. Go
And
ahead.
that's not what happened. But this dude just basically said shitty product that is not worth this amount is only being able to be sold and consumed because of virtue signaling possibilities. So it's this dude telling on himself or his people, the people that he's trying to protect, that they're aware that virtue signaling is how you get people to purchase
and
your
buy
shit
in
product.
Right. So I mean, look at this. Hold on. So he might want to try and bring some economics of scale into play or risk bankrupting his followers. Bro, if you actually literally do the math on the backers to actual money raised or brought in from his campaign, the average is like $90. Average. If you just average, that's the average. That's not counting the fact that for $5,000 you could have been canonized. And he actually ran out of campaigns because everyone that's possible that bought it. So the fact you're assuming my economic status already, you're assuming that you know the economics of scale of the customer, and you don't. Because look at all these action figures that I got in here, bro. I spent thousands of dollars on action figures if you think about it in total. You don't know my economic scale. Like, bro, come on now. Like, you don't even know how much we make, let alone the fact that people had $90 to spare to get the first issue. You're not going to bankrupt your customers if they've paid what you deemed as market value for your comic book.
And
On
people
top
are
of
not
that, go ahead. Go
and
ahead. I'm
people
sorry.
are not about to bankrupt themselves for a
No,
comic book.
no, not at
so,
all.
so these,
I will say. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go.
I will say this: the dumbest thing I've ever purchased as a comic book was, in all honesty, I was bait and switched on this one. I was promised the Bat and the Cat wedding when Tom King was writing for Batman, and when
Mm-hmm.
I heard for I think there was the 50th issue, they were going to have 5 or 6 variants of the Bat and the Cat wedding. So me and my friend Accipiter actually watched for the watch party on it. We actually went at midnight on a Tuesday to pick up this issue. And I bought 3 issues, like one for me, one for Accipiter, one for our homie. I spent well over 60 to 70 bucks for 3 issues,
Mm-hmm.
only to find out that they didn't even get married. That it takes one of Selena Kyle's friends who's being influenced by Bane to tell Selena Kyle to break it off with Bruce because he's married to the Gotham streets and not to her. So even reading all that, being as upset as I was, I'll take the L on that because I invested it myself. I know now not to buy Tom King books because he's a terrible writer when it comes to giving the fans what they actually ask for. But I still spent the money, and I'll stand up to this day. It's like, hey, no, I took the L on that. You
Yeah.
know, I'm a grown boy. I know what I'm going to invest my money in, and if it doesn't work, I know that I spent money to figure out a lesson of I'm not going with that artist or that writer ever again.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Bro,
what I mean?
I just dropped almost 100 on those 2 art books.
Right.
Art books are more expensive because they're
Yeah.
thicker, more content, usually better quality paper, hard covers in most cases. But I'm like, that's the shit that I want to invest in.
Right.
Um,
Right.
that I believe in it, and with my art books, I'm like, it's going to help me. But comic books is like people want escapism, people want good storytelling. Other
Right.
creators want references, like how did this creator get this done, like shit like that. So it's not
Yeah.
just a product that people are consuming. This shit means a
Mindlessly.
lot to us. Yeah, like this
Right.
shit means a lot to us. So
Right.
dude is really telling on himself by saying this shit, because like how you bankrupting your customers.
Right.
Now I hear that these type of people don't have money because they don't have jobs, because they feel like the world is so unfair, and that
Oh yeah.
they won't get the money, they won't make what they think they're deserved. A lot of these people come like their first, like they have stimulus checks as they enter the world. So they
Well, no,
feel like
it's a weird thing, bro. Like 40% of the money that's ever existed was printed in the last like 18 months. So
and
how you
just
gonna
give it
say we're
away.
broke and giving away? You printed fiat money, So, and if anything, you're telling on yourself saying conservatives have more money than liberals, is what you're saying. Like, oh, he might
Yeah.
risk bankrupting them, even though they spend an average of $90. Damn, them conservatives got money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like even with today's comic book inflation, a 96-page superhero comic usually sells for $10 to $12 from a comic book shop. That he's talking about a trade, if that. And trades are not $10 to $12. Like
Show
the
the fuck
book,
not.
go ahead. No, not I don't know what LCS you're going to, and you saying that's in dollars or pounds or euro, because this dude that wrote this is based in London, so they are not $10 to $12 for a 96-page book unless you're talking about a short or a one shot. There's no way. They're usually $20 to $25 in soft cover.
Right.
I
I've
mean that's the
seen.
most. What I'm sorry.
I think I might have seen, like, I know my little trades, but that's nowhere near fucking 90 some pages, if it's even 30.
If
But I
that.
mean, yeah, like something fucking 96 pages, that shit's starting from what I'm seeing for definitely Marvel, because I buy their comics. That shit's,
Yeah.
like you said, that shit's starting at 25 and on up. Like I've
Exactly.
maybe yeah. So yeah, bro, that's niggas just talking out their ass, don't know what they talking
I
about.
mean,
But
honestly, go ahead. Yeah, like I said, if you want me to read more, that's it. I mean, that's mainly what I got from it. But I mean, if you guys want to read more about it, it's the one from Bleeding Cool. But I just got it from a guy that's trying not to give a person that independently made his comic props, but also saying what's wrong with him making as much money as he did. Like what all the pitfalls are. If anything, it would show that hey, there really is a market for this. Why are people spending this much money on it? It's kind of like the politics. I don't really tell people who to vote or how to vote, particularly. But if you say that 88 million people voted for someone you did not like, how then can you go around and call 88 million people idiots, istophobes, and all these things? Like, that's way too many people to ignore. You almost have to ask, well, hey, why did you vote for person A? Why did so many people vote for that person if I've been told they're such a terrible person? You know what I mean? Like, how is it that this book has made $3 million and you're already telling me the type of person that buys it when you have 30,000 people that bought this book within a week and a half? If nothing else, why aren't you extending out an interview saying, hey, I need to know why this thing got so popular. I have no idea about you, but all of a sudden you sold $3.5 million. Why don't I bring on an Ethan Van Sciver? Why don't I bring on Nerdrotic Geeks and Gamers to help me explain what I deem as a phenomenon, because they're doing more than the big two. It's going to be actually interesting to see if they try to include Eric D. July's sales in comic books sales for the quarter. That's going to be very interesting to see if they even do that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they juiced it by putting in manga when they're trying to say, oh, comics sold A, B, and C to pump up the numbers. If we find out that they're going to try to put in Young Rippa sales to include it in theirs, that's going to be very telling.
I don't think they put independent creators in their numbers though.
If they put in manga,
yeah, but that's not independent. That's still a big company that they're doing business with. So like importing, what I'm saying, product. Whereas Rippa is just one dude. So
okay, all right. I had no idea how distribution works, but
I'm just saying I don't think they will. But I'm not gonna put anything past the fucking company. I don't know. Evil gonna evil, so I don't know what they capable of. But I don't see them, because they would have to acknowledge his success by doing that, or they would at least be aware that somebody's going to go and actually research and figure out where you're getting those numbers from. And then that's going to be a whole bunch of videos. Oh, Marvel just tried to, or the big two, the comic book industry just tried to steal Eric's success and some shit like that. So I think pride will keep them from doing it, but who knows?
I don't know. You have to see the numbers, because I know that Netflix already lost 1 million subscribers. So, it seems like they're trying to get back a few of them with Bullet Train and with what was the other movie I saw? The Gray Man. So, but the thing is, they're taking properties, having them be released in theaters, and then putting them back on Netflix to actually get you to go back and enjoy Netflix. So, I wouldn't put anything behind these major companies that really want to juice their numbers.
I don't think they will. I feel you. Okay, so maybe they'll do that. I think more so what they're going to try to do is take Eric. Netflix, like, hey, bro, let's go and get you the animation adaptation. Or
it's possible.
Like how manga will, the animation studio will be making the series, but the book is being made at the same time. So
I'm not sure if you'd want to sell part of your rights to be on a show like that. You know what I mean?
I know he wouldn't. Yeah. He's already said that. That's in his like ethics, or like we would not sell off assets. We are us, and the customers are going to make us grow. We're not going to get bigger by getting involved with mainstream.
Well, the thing is, the thing we're not considering is the fact that all he has to do is pull up to a comic convention now as an actual artist and as an actual writer of the comics. Say, hey, I'll sign these at this comic convention. It's a wrap. With him being in North Texas like that, he doesn't even have to go to San Diego Comic-Con. All he has to do is, go wherever the local ones are going to take him, or people that actually invite him out to actually be the artist, sign the books, have the panels. And, people that don't know him are definitely going to know who he is by the end of that.
Shit, DreamCon, RDC.
Wait, which con?
RDC World.
Wait, the YouTuber?
The black dudes, they got their own conventions.
Oh, they do?
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, bro. I think this is like they fourth one, if I'm not mistaken, that they just had.
Okay, and like, what do they do in those?
Conventions.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. I think there are way too many people that want to support people independently, that you don't necessarily need all these big companies. I saw it with Kev on Stage, the comedian. He did his own specials. he wound up coming up with his own app and wound up having his own studios. Like now you see him in the Spectrum commercials, to get the visibility out there. But for the most part, he built a self-sustaining model.
I think a lot of people don't realize that like you don't have to be rich and famous to feel like you really did something.
Do something.
You can just make your money and just, be obscure or do whatever.
Right.
Or
but people in the space know who you are.
Right. But you don't have to be like a fucking Marvel. Like
no,
I wouldn't.
You do not.
Like I would when our shit comes out, that's going to be a weird feeling to see people who are not emotionally invested in comics or stories to just jump on our shit because it's hot all of a sudden.
Right.
I said, it's going to be weird. I'm not trying to push anybody away, but it's just, yeah, bro, people will.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Culture will shift. Right now, everybody's bonding over Marvel and not even DC, but just Marvel. But the people who are even reviewing that shit, the shields for this are like, hey, bro, we don't know what's going on. This looks kind of whack. Like, we tired of this fucking Taika Waititi formula. What is the direction of Marvel Phase 4? All that type of shit. So these people are starting to be like, hey, I
can no longer ignore this.
Yeah, they can't ignore it, and they're just like, this is not great content. They will say consume anyway, like go watch it, but they just like, I'm not feeling it. I won't watch this movie again. They starting to say shit like that.
Yeah,
that's just going to trickle down to consumers, to customers, and they're going to be like, all right, well that shit's whack. I don't care about it. I don't want to see it, and that's why I said as Marvel and DC try to stay afloat, normies will keep them afloat. But we'll be building in the meantime. And then once our shit is built and people are like in our space are all over it. Same with anime. I saw that transition happen with anime. Anime was a real niche thing. And as Netflix started getting all these fucking anime, it just become mainstream. Now everybody fucking and all over anime.
Running like this and stuff in the middle of shopping malls.
They don't even do that. No, we did that. Because we really liked anime. These niggas like, that's a little too far. I just want to do this and shit and wear a cute little outfit.
Yeah, and that's it all gets to the point where we're talking about now where PayPal has blocked it's holding up to like $1.2 million of all the backers' money. And so if you think about it, that's like what, more than a third of the revenue?
He said it was 30%.
30%, yeah. It's 30% of the money that people said that I'm going to get from my bank account. I'm giving it to you. And again, if you watch the launch, he said, hey, things will be shipping out by August. If that's the agreement that the customer and the businessman have made, who is PayPal to come in and say, oh, no, I can't give it to you until it's verified, until it ships? Well, the thing is, I need the money to ship it to the customer. So you're holding up the whole process. And at that point, it's almost malicious. Like, I really hope that he tries to sue to get those funds released, because that's something that the customer actually gave him, not to PayPal to hold on to.
So in his video, he did say that he has, I can't say all, he has the product. It's ready to be shipped. I think the holdup of the money kind of halted later decisions that he was made to put out content. But because it was it's not a crowdfund campaign, this is just, he was just doing that model for transparency. He was like, y'all still getting y'all shit. I'm just not getting the money for it. But that's fine. I promised y'all something. It's happening. Yeah. But he telling folks like, hey, tell PayPal, hey, we don't like what y'all doing.
Or else I'll remove. Yeah, I'd probably delete my account with PayPal now. I don't even remember my username or password, but it's not worth it if you're determining who I can give my money to. Like, you're acting like Venmo and Cash App aren't a thing, which is very interesting because he didn't use either one. He just said, hey, I'll do it through PayPal, an actual reputable source to send your money. Not that Venmo and Cash App aren't, but he tried to go as professionally legit with it as he could. And now you see that this big company is trying to withhold funds.
Yeah.
As it's like, no.
Like, you see the so many checks and balances that these big companies have and they have to go through. But Rip also said in his video, he was like, hey, that's kind of weird that y'all doing me like that, because big companies have access to their money. But now at the same time, he did also say, like, if you're a new company, and you get a lot of money out of nowhere, that this does happen. So he's like, he's not pissed about that, but more so of PayPal trying to say that, um, trying to make sure that he's not bullshitting his customers, because he's like, no, they're aware that this is a pre-order campaign, like all that shit's good, and they're just not letting it happen because of that last little hiccup or obstacle.
Oh,
So that's what he's
okay.
mainly pissed about. But he knew that they would hold the money, or I'm not gonna say hold the money. He knew that they would notice a whole lot of fucking money coming in
Money coming in.
all of a
Okay.
sudden. I
Okay.
just don't know. Can't say for sure that he was like, damn, y'all really
They,
just gonna tell me I can't have my shit. But yeah, so that's Rippaverse. I'll pull up the website so we can see like where his campaign at. I know he's hit like
sure.
3 mil.
At least, yeah.
But yeah, let's address the chat. Matthew Matson, you came in earlier, bro. I saw you. Wolf guy, I see you too, bro. You said these fools salty. Yes, that fool is salty, but hey, I'm sure so many others have said or similar shit to what he said, if not worse. If not worse. Matthew, so excited for the Rippaverse. I love new properties. I have all the G.I. Joe, Conan, and TMT that I need. I've been loving Berserker, Action Force, and Death Dealer. That's
Look
what's
at
up,
that
bro.
comment. Yeah. I'm gonna check that Death Dealer out. That sounds pretty cool.
That's what it's about, man. We have our, you know what I'm saying, our specific things that we like. And we just like, I'm just going to get that. I'm going to get a whole lot of that. I'm going to collect a whole lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that Ripper, you know, what I've said before, an approach that Ripper is trying to take in competing with Marvel and DC. They got hundreds of thousands of characters. So if a person doesn't like this character, hey, there's so many others that you might. So there's still potential for you to invest in that company, or to get those products, you know, get shit like that. So I feel you, bro. Hey, TMNT, I love TMNT, but I didn't grow up with the originals. I know like the 80s Cowabunga dude, like them crazy dudes, but mine is the early 2000s, like slick anime type Ninja Turtles, where they was, yeah, I love that shit.
All right.
Teenage
All right.
Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles got it all. Man, that's my shit.
All right. Yo.
Wolf guy, huh? Who you talking?
Oh no, no, go. What you got?
Okay, Wolf guy. I can hear that salt in their dry lips, bro. My shit dry too. So let me not call the kettle black, but no, they
Moisturize
salty,
here.
bro. Yeah, they salty, bro. C4C, I wish it was back in the 50s when you can get 10 comics for 25 cents. Bro, there'll be no comics for a lot of us because people be buying the shit out of them things. If you ain't in there day one when they drop, you assed out.
It's a wrap.
I'm gonna buy them just because I got the fucking money.
Just go in there, that one, and that one.
Go pass this out to some poor, unfortunate souls. God bless you with this book, young nigga. John A. Douglas. I kind of want them to do it now just for Eric's response video. Get my comics out your numbers, crackheads.
I cannot wait. See, I told you that I cannot wait until that does happen. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but if it does, yeah.
Yeah, if it does, so many content creators just going to be on their ass. Hey, Marvel lying to y'all. Hey, look what they doing. Hey, I'm snitching too. I haven't made an actual Ripper video. I'm slacking. I know I did my personal stream on it, and me and you talked about it on I think last week's episode. Yeah. But man, I still got videos to make on that. Okay. And because it's not actually just the comic book, like I'm not just trying to update people on the comic. I'm talking about like my journey to finding Eric, why I became a supporter of his, the actual shit he talks about, besides them saying a libertarian contributor to right-wing nonsense. Just
right.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to talk about in my video. So because I know a lot of people who follow me did not come from this community, so they're not knowledgeable. So yeah, I want to give them an accurate kind of, you know, explanation of who he is, as far as I know.
Word.
Netflix Amine, I got you. You misspelled it, but I like that. Amine are not the best from what I hear, but I may be wrong.
We're gonna have to call it that when it's terrible. Yo, look at this Amine over here. Look at this. Look at this Amine. C4C gave us a new term. We like it. Yeah. Amine.
That's what we call the fake the anime normies. Oh, you like Amine. But yeah, I can't say that for sure. No, I take that back. Dragon's Dogma did not keep me invested, and I love that game. Castlevania was fucking amazing, but I didn't play the series. I know Isaac is race swapped. I can't say what else is changed, so I, don't want to
Blood of
jerk the
Zeus
show too much, but it's fucking
Blood of
great.
Zeus was pretty dope. Blood of Zeus was pretty good. It was like Greek, but it was in the form of anime. So I'll give
Okay,
him that for that.
I still gotta watch that.
It's not like 8 episodes, but it's pretty dope.
Does Netflix have any other? So Seven Deadly Sins. My woman, she watches it. She's watching it her second time now. I'm watching it for research.
Okay.
And I like the art style. Like that, like Kill La Kill, like this fucking Trigger Studio. They do a good blending, it seems, of animation, like Eastern, and incorporating like Western elements into it. So like more curvy lines, the crazy expressions, which anime does that. More bouncy, like more roundness as opposed to sharp edginess of fucking anime for the most part.
Right.
Yeah, I'm seeing more of that. But anyway, yeah, that's that. Matthew, you talking to Wolf Guy? You want me to put y'all conversation on blast? What y'all talking about? You got to make some werewolf vids about Wolf Guy at a minimum. That's such an epic name. Don't waste it, bro. Yeah, Wolf Guy. Make your shit. We need more werewolf shit. Okay.
Yeah.
But hey, while they pay attention to the vampires, I'm cool. While everybody's distracted, we got some shit going on over here.
Yo, we got Hail the Lord in here, sir. We got down some
Hell
my
the
guy.
Lord. I'm gonna get to you in a minute, bro. Hold on. Wolf Guy says, I'll try. Wolf Guy, do or do not. There is no try.
There is no try.
All right, make it happen. And we excited to see what you do.
Yeah.
Hail the Lord. Hail. What up, Hail the
Hail,
Lord?
good
He
sir.
up in here.
Hail.
He said, I'm gonna be busy, but broke some time in for this, bro. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You know we appreciate you. You aggressive as fuck on Twitter, but
we love it. Twitter scrapper, man.
But yeah, man, you always here. You always showing support. You will be remembered, good sir. Hail the Lord. He LOL and that's something. That's fine though. Laughter. That's medicine for the soul. That's what we about. C4. Yeah, the 2003 Turtles got Raphael saying, "Yo, mama, that clips give me every time." Yes, bro. Like the distinctive personalities. That fucking intro. Remember when we had cool ass intros for the Saturday morning cartoons? Oh, my show about to start. Yeah, bro. That was that dark time when if you watched something and you left, you never saw it again. Unless there was a rerun. C4C said that's what I'm here for. Upside down face. Bro, I don't know what's happening. Snow Dubs.
Because we said the Amine for the Amine comment.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Snow Dub, what up, bro? I was just
what's up, Snow Dub?
I was checking out your stream. Puppets get high. That's all I'm gonna say. Does the heat of the smoke melt your insides? How does it work, Snow Dub? I got questions for puppets, bro. Y'all, whenever y'all want me back, man, I'm coming in. Well, no, y'all got to come on our show so we can ask y'all our. But Snow Dub, his channel, I think they more mature than Floral. Floral is good people too, though. But yeah, we trying to get what is it? Pervasive with the puppets. Pervert, I guess you give it a look, y'all. I'm a fucking animal, all right. These human words, they be lost on me a lot of the times. And the Lord said, yes, TMNT was beast mode, man.
True.
TMNT was great. I like they had their individual, like skateboards, the skates, the scooter, the bike. I liked all that, man. Surprisingly, the newest Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon, that's just great.
Really?
It's fucking great. I'm not saying it's on the same level as TMNT, but surprisingly, I don't know the story. I haven't watched it like linear wise, or in order. But the animation, the fight scenes, the stylized art, you can see the different personality in the turtles by their design. I saw somebody posted something about like even every turtle has a different shape. Like Michelangelo is a circle, Donnie is a rectangle, Leo is a triangle, and Raph is a square. So
Okay.
I like the artistic shit, kind of like how I can look at Into the Spider Verse, and although it's a
Mm-hmm.
trash ass fucking story, you know what I'm saying, and it's Inception, it's the art. That fucking art
Okay.
is amazing. Uh, Hell the Lore, I'm not a fan. It's trash. I feel you, but as an artist, as a creator, I'm looking at that. April is black, so she's a fucking race swap. Splinter is fat, but he's still a great martial artist. But they made him like a fat, like it's all gags and just dumb shit. So yeah, I hate that that's what media is doing right now. Just thinking children are just retarded, and
Yeah.
but that's how it's going. Snow Dub, I can't give away my puppet secrets. Not on camera, you can't, but I'm gonna get them out. The 2012 TMNT series is awesome. I hate the rise of the TMNT. Okay. Which one is that? The 2012 was the 3D animation, and the rise of the TMNT is this the new one with the 2D animation? Let me know, Matthew, because that 3D one fucking sucked. Where like somebody had like a little crack on their shell right here. No
Damn.
artistic expression, like no creativeness whatsoever in that one. So fuck that one. Snow Dub, you got my boy Slappy with you. I
He
don't
said it
remember.
is. Yeah.
I don't know if I saw Slappy or exactly know who that is, but yeah. So that's what you're saying, Matthew. So the 2012 is awesome, bro. Hold on. So you like the 3D ugly animation weirdo? Nah. Where Mikey sounded like a. You might be thinking of the 2007 movie. No, I know the 2007 movie. I love that 2007 movie. It could have been better, but for what it was, I loved it. That's one of those movies where I feel like, okay, like with Power Rangers, it's like you didn't completely fuck up in the first one to where I wouldn't give the
Mm-mm.
second one a chance.
I think it was when Goldar was where it kind of got weird.
Yeah,
It was literal gold, and I'm like, at the end of it, if you're saying like there's a 6 ton gold beast, it's gonna be a scavenger area up in what is it, Shady? Was it Shady Grove? Shady Grove, was it?
Angel Grove.
Angel Grove, yeah. Like the gold rush that would be the result of that. It's just
Yeah,
it didn't make sense once they made Goldar. Rita made sense. Zordon as an ex-Red Ranger made sense. They had it there, and just they went left with it, trying to do something. I don't know. It was going in the right direction,
right.
but
I don't
missed
even think
opportunities, man.
I don't think I had an issue with that Rita.
I didn't either.
She didn't look like the original Rita Repulsa, but I think she was fine. But then I think we got Hella. Like I just see too many similarities between
Right.
those two, and I'm like, well, Hella was a better version of that from Thor Ragnarok. So yeah,
Yeah,
Power Rangers 2, y'all got to step your game up. Alpha 5,
that was
put
awful.
some more fucking metal on him, make him actually look like Alpha's
A
walking
robot. Put a
around.
guy in
Yeah.
a robot suit. Go back to that,
Yeah,
guys.
and say this is the upgrade. This is the Alpha, like fucking. You know what? The Transformers. I actually like the first Transformers movie with Shia LaBeouf. I
Okay.
hated that Bumblebee was reduced to just the I can't speak dude.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, if they fucking fucked with Alpha's voice box and made it kind of ay like higher pitched this time, and they were just like, we're not gonna fix it. We're gonna leave you like that, Alpha.
Nah,
I'm like,
it's
okay,
all right. Yeah. He's got character. He voiced that character.
yeah. I'm like, you know what? You can change
I'm
some
fine with that.
issues.
I got you. All right. What else we got, man? What else we got?
Snow the LOL game is to be sold, not told.
That's the G
Son,
response right there.
I'm not gonna respond to that, but I got you. We'll talk Snow Dubs. C4C, hey, if you're looking for a good American cartoon that was slept on and ended way too fast. Go watch Symbionic Titan. Very underrated. I did watch Symbionic Titan back in the day. I don't definitely remember it, but did they come on around the same time, like Generation Wreck? Yeah, shit like that. I remember what you're talking about though. Cartoon Network, right?
Looking at it right now. Huh. Dropped in 2010.
Those Transformers movies became the best G.I. Joe movies they've ever made. Wow. I'm not a G.I. Joe. I'm not gonna say I'm not a G.I. Joe fan. I'm not an original G.I. Joe fan. I like the again, 4 kids. So what was it? G.I. Joe Renegade. So when they had the little anime, like little kind of feel to it. That was my G.I. Joe. And fucking Tunnel Rat was my dude. I like Tunnel Rat. So to see him be Marlon Wayans in the movie, I was just like, no, I need my white boy with the beanie on, with the orange hair. Infiltrating and slanging them bombs. All right, chat. All right, so yeah, Matthew said Renegades was awesome, but hell the Lord, I use certain elements from things I don't watch anymore, but they all have something I can add to my ideas. Like the Eternals was terrible, but certain elements in that movie I can take. Exactly, man. Exactly. And that's my criticism of all this pushing of agenda. Period. It's like the shit that y'all are trying to push, we've already had. So you could have secretly pushed your agenda, and we probably wouldn't have known. We would have just been like, "Oh, they're making a whole lot of female-centric movies lately."
Right. Right.
Or you know, original gay characters, sure, whatever. Like if you told me Mulan was gay later on, I would have been like, nah, okay. Like I know she ended up with Shin, but I'm saying or Chang, whatever the fuck his name was.
I think it was Shin or Chin. One of the two.
It was something that's damn near stereotypical.
We're close. We're close.
But like I saw Mulan too, and they was married. But
they were?
Yeah. But in a sequel, if you told me like they, you know, if she didn't be with him in that first movie or say yes to him, then I'd be like, okay, it makes sense. She was she had a little something to her the whole time. But yeah,
that's possible. That's possible. I mean, I guess the thing is like you can still be a warrior and still be in femininity and still say, "Hey, I like kids." Though there's not a problem. There's no problem with that. You know, there are only 3 Transformer movies, sir, not 7.
Bro,
you don't acknowledge that. Only 3.
So I guess I'm not the only one here that actually liked those movies at some point, until a certain point. Because I remember they was fine, but then they just started getting like
they had so many plot holes, man.
Yeah.
Like in the second one, the girl there was a transformer that could turn into a humanoid woman, and nobody could tell, but yet they never advanced on that.
Which one was this?
I think it was the second one because he was in college. It was a chick that asked him out, but she wanted being a Decepticon. And you were like, wait, I did not know you could make Decepticons could turn into people. Like,
I think I do recall that. I do.
Yeah, remember? And they never really addressed it, and they never went back to that in any of the subsequent movies.
Bumblebee didn't like her.
Yeah.
Okay, Bumblebee was like some
with the fluid. Right.
Some suspect about
that. She's sus. So it's like it was a big plot hole. It's like, wait, I didn't know Decepticons could be people now, and they never advanced on the technology to where they could have infiltrated the government as people Decepticons.
Right, because in the first one you had that tiny little robot that went in there and got their like downloaded, but it's like, well, shit, you could have easily impersonated a fucking officer or somebody that had clearance.
Right, and like you were saying, that was Michael Bay's thing, was to make these big explosions but not explain nothing. Like there were at least 10 plot holes. The weekend that the Sega Transformers movie came out, I remember reading the article about 10 plot holes that were in the movie. And I was like, oh my God, I could never unsee them. And it was hard to watch any other Michael Bay movie after that.
I called racism from the beginning, though. I think I've said this before, but when Jazz died in the first one, Jazz was on the nose black. All right. And it was even cooler that he was the smallest one, but he had the deepest voice and talked the most shit. Only to be the one to get fucking ripped in half like he was nothing. So I was like, damn, you built that. They was building up black characters. Well, nah, no black characters have really been built up right now, like recently. But they built Jazz up to be a fucking actual, real dude on the team, a big contributor.
Yeah.
Only to get Gave him that John Boyega treatment. Gave him that Finn. That Finn
Bruh.
spin.
I got the fan treatment out here.
Sigma 6 was okay. Renegades was way better. Renegades was before Sigma 6, right? I don't remember, but yeah. Your three movies, the animated movie, I can't say for sure I recall an animated one. I know the hold on.
Animated movies in the 80s.
Oh, okay. The Netflix
Yeah.
adaptations are palatable.
Mm.
Bumblebee sucked to me. I hate that they made Bumblebee such a main character. So much so to
Yeah.
get his own fucking movie.
Yeah. I can
Yeah.
understand how you may not set out to do that, but it looked like from the beginning they needed something that was going to sell merch that wasn't Megatron or Starscream. So they are like, okay, well, Bumblebee will be our baby Yoda. We can put merch through Bumblebee. You know what I mean? Because there were no Shia LaBeouf action figures. There were no God, what's her name? She was the hotness back in the day. Megan Fox action figures either. Just toys.
I cannot think of her character name, but
I don't know. I just know she's Megan Fox, and she was like the
yeah.
early 2000s it girl, and then kind of just boop, fell off a cliff.
Did you see that movie where she was in, where she was like a demon or something, and she was eating dudes?
Well, she's like a babysitter, a serial killer, inhabited by a demon. Well, which one was it?
No, yeah, she was inhabited, bro. I can't remember the movie, but she was a girl. All right, she was, I think, at like a party or some club or some shit. The dudes there, like the band, was like, "Hey, Jennifer's Body." Yes, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
You
All
seen
right,
that? You
I've
seen
heard
that?
of that. I ain't seen it, but I heard of it.
Watch that, bro. She looked good and she eating dudes.
I'm in. That's all it takes. That's how simple we are.
Exactly. That's a
are.
wrench in your fucking misogynist narrative right there. Well, maybe it's just because she having sex that we hey, fuck it. Still a woman.
I'll at least look at it. I'll look at it. Okay.
Shit, I will pay for this female centric movie. Is that enough? Numbers the only thing that really matter. Really?
Exactly.
Y'all, we got more topics. I'm just having fun addressing the chat. Ego, cut me off. Tell me to
No,
ignore the people.
I was gonna say. I mean, I guess the weird thing is with the rise of more female centric characters. Like I was talking to my buddy, called Justin Ice. When I get my channel up, I might bring him on. But one of the things we were talking about that you see with a lot of more female centric characters or more females in the forefront is that if you have male masculinity, like you're always working with pride. I'm gonna be the best out of everybody that ever lived ever. You know what I'm saying? And it gives way to your actual pride. You know, it's like, and that comes before the fall, we know. But like with a lot of the female characters, it's weird because it seems like it's I want to be better than. You know what I'm saying? It's it's envy there. I'm doing this to be better than you. I'm doing this to fight against some big boogeyman that seems invisible. Or it can only be the old white guy or the misogynistic white guy that's in my way.
Right, to right the wrongs of the man in my past that made me what I am.
And that's like it's not necessarily palatable, especially when you're trying to get the demographic of men between 18 and 35, which means you'd almost have to emasculate the men to make them want to watch this kind of story. Do you know what I mean? Like where I saw Tomb Raider when Angelina Jolie did it because she was a kick-ass character that was a treasure hunter. It was that simple of a movie, and she was like, "Well, hey, my dad was looking for something before he died, and now I inherited, and I should go look for it too." A universal concept,
right?
I mean, dying wishes being bestowed upon the solo child or the more responsible child or the adventurous one. And I was like, well, hey, I was okay with just that. She wasn't righting a wrong or trying to go against this evil oppressor. She was just trying to find it before evil treasure hunters got to it first. And that was it.
A lot of the time, it's just all about the journey. Like, you learn shit along the way, but it's like, why am I on this journey with you? Because you said that. I'm like, I just heard Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was the Amazing Spider-Man. Parents died. He ended up, dad left him something. Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, even more scientific shit that can contribute to what I'm doing, or let me continue my father's work. It's like same story, male female perspective. We down for both.
Yeah, we don't care. Like, if you're telling me this is a journey that I'm never going to face because I'm privileged, or I don't really see what's going on because I'm not the same race as the character that's going against, or if I don't like it, I should leave, and I have no reason to go on this journey with you, then who's this story for?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? You cast the widest net, and you can hint at things that
Yeah.
aren't there that you didn't know about. But if you're constantly pointing your finger at me, telling me that if I'm not helping you, I'm deliberately in your way, but I can't help you because I'm coming from a place of privilege, but that I should also help you reach your end goal, I'm confused. I'm just going to stay there and watch. And then I'm like, well, whose story is this for? And then I
Bro,
have to worry
that's
about Shill saying it. Go ahead.
going back to Mulan, which that's one of my favorite Disney movies. But I'm like, the patriarchy right there. That movie was about exposing fucking men and they fucking rules, telling women they can't do shit. And she was like,
Mm-hmm.
well, I'm not going to fucking protest and be like, men, change because I want you to. It's like, look, it ain't even about all that. I'm trying to help my father. I'm trying to save my
Right.
father. And that created a whole larger statement that Mulan found herself being a part of. But it was not like I'm going out here to take down the
Right.
patriarchy.
It
Or
was it was about honor too. Like
yeah,
that guy,
and
we thrive on that. We thrive on that. We know that the chick that's in a largely male group is like, yo, man, hey, say what you want about her, but she's down for the cause. She's down with
yeah,
us. She's a contributor and she's got honor amongst all of us. Like I don't know if you ever saw the Terminal List.
no,
Bro, it was on Prime. It was on Prime Video. It's a series with Chris Pratt, but
mm,
the chick that's in their group, like she's staying with the dudes, but she's like, "Yo, if you need it, I got transportation on lock. I will fly you wherever you need to for your drop zone. Yo, you in a hurry? Yo, meet me at the hangar." She was down,
yeah.
and so she's like, "Yo, she's an honorable person," and that's something that you like men particularly attached to.
That was
We love. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that was Lola Bunny in Space Jam.
Pretty much. He's like, "Yo,
Don't
I
ever call
got
me
you."
doll.
Dog, like you got stuff for that. I'll cross you
Like,
over.
yeah. And we love that. Yeah. A woman that's just like, look, I ain't gonna talk down to you, but you ain't gonna disrespect me. And we just gonna keep it
Exactly.
pushing. It's like, hey,
I'm not
yeah.
speaking of which, I'm not gonna lie, man. If the WNBA dropped the actual goal from 10 feet to 8 feet, I'd watch it. Bro, can you imagine the trash talk? Men talk terrible trash, but could you imagine women doing trash talk to each other? Bro,
No.
if a chick dunked on you and she says some shit like, "How's my Diva cup taste?" Like, bro, I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I got dunked on
If
by a chick and she said that right after.
hold on, let's be real. You
What?
just went from now they can dunk. They could easily have what is it, a layup? Like, nah, that's not as cool as a dunk. But if I'm in
It
the
is. Yeah.
WNBA and I put my clitoris in
I,
your throat on a layup,
nah,
the only
it's a
thing,
layup.
the
There's
only
no
thing,
authority there. There's no authority with a layup.
the only thing people care about is the disrespect, the physical contact. You scored. What did you do to that person while you scored? I feel
No,
you. Though. I
no,
don't even watch sports
no,
really, so
no,
I feel you.
bro.
A dunk is
I play this. So
something
if
else.
you think about it, if you've been to a basketball game, there's a microphone behind the actual rim. So even when it's
Okay.
a brick, that sound you hear is amplified. A dunk, it has a big thump on it. So bro, if you hear a thump, a whistle, and the crowd go like, "Ooh," bro, can you imagine if
How
for
many
whatever
have
reason,
you seen the
huh?
stadiums for WNBA? Like the people who be at
I'm
those games?
trying to help them.
Ain't
I'm trying
nobody.
to help them.
You ain't got
I,
enough
if
ooh in the
it's
stadium.
like I'm saying I'd be at the next WNBA game if I heard someone got dunked on a chick and said, "Taste my heavy flow." I'm like, I would not
Ooh,
know what to do with
ooh,
that.
she nasty.
It's like she nasty. I'm at the next game. Can we get more of this? But bro, she dunked on you from the restricted area. Good lord. Like
Bro, see now you saying from the restricted area, so that's another thing.
that's
How
the
far
dotted
are they
line.
leaping? How far are
Dotted
they actually leaping?
That's what I'm saying. If you ain't gotta go that far for a hoop that's not that high, it's 8 feet. if you're 6 feet, you can probably get to 8 feet. That's a vertical of like 24 inches.
They
If
don't
I
want to
see a
do that.
chick, bro, they
That's
need
demeaning.
to.
That's demeaning to them.
I don't care. No, it's not. It's not demeaning to adjust height for the actual height. Rarely do we get 6'8" chicks like Liz Cabbage out here, Babbage or Cabbage. All I'm saying is if you could dunk like that, and I got to hear some women trash talk, I wouldn't know how to combat that. I would not. I would not know how to combat that.
I watched. I used to watch the. What was it, lingerie football league?
LFL, yeah, and they tried to tear into the Legends League, and it folded.
Yeah, I used to watch
Like,
that back in the day.
yeah.
You remember
See,
Spike
I would go
TV?
watch that. Spike TV had great ideas. I,
Back when
I,
we had a fucking network for men.
exactly. Jimmy Kimmel trying to act like that didn't exist. Like, bro, we know you played What's in My Pants.
Bro, fucking Mansers.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, good
Anyway,
times, good
yeah.
times.
Anyway,
To be born in the 90s.
I've been loved. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
To
All
be,
right, what else we got, sir? What else we got?
all right, y'all. Let me run through these comments, okay, so we can get to our next topic. What is our next topic? Refresh my memory.
So we've either got the announcement of the mutants, or we can go with the live action adaptation of Hercules that was announced.
Let's go Disney remakes first because that's
Okay.
parent Disney, and then we'll go to their fucked up offspring of Marvel.
All right.
Let me run through the chat.
The other two links are in there. Go ahead. I'll be
Okay,
right back.
okay.
Anyway, go ahead. Let me check out these dogs. Go ahead.
Okay. Wolf God says, no wonder she drinks blood in real life. Hey, bro, they must did some real behind the scenes gags and shit on that movie. And you're right. She was like, hey, I kind of like this. 13 Hours is a good Bay movie. I have not seen it. I have not seen Zero Dark 30 either. Yeah, I'm not a big movie guy. If it's not animated, chances are I'm not really watching it. Matthew talking to Hell the Lord, putting y'all conversation on blast. The military parts are my favorites in those movies as well, which is why Inasu, they are the best. Which is why, actually, honestly, I don't know. They are the best G.I. Joe movies made. Yeah, I believe that. The military shit in Transformers was great, but I think it took away from the Transformers because now you're like, well, damn, you get enough, guns together in the civilians' hands, then they can handle shit themselves. Like, get the Taliban hiding in one of them little clay buildings and shoot the fucking RPG out. You at least take out a Transformer arm, take out his leg or some shit. Like, they'll do something. But yeah, man, I think it was you, Matthew, said the movies were whack after the second and third one. Yeah. So that's what I mean by the racism. Now we know those two twins in Transformers 2 was black. They had the gold teeth. They couldn't read. They used slang. So that's another reason why I call racism. And I was just like, you know what? I'm checked out of these movies. But at the same time, Michael Bay is responsible for Bad Boys.
Fair.
So I'm like, you know what? He's achieved fucking balance with that. So his racism and Transformers, I could excuse for Bad Boys.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, getting through the chat. Yeah, I agree. Renegade's the best. I wish a live action movie was like that. Yeah, so I think I had said the order wrong, but I definitely get what you're saying. One of them, I think the one that came before, whichever one, I agree. Renegades is best. So I think, yeah, Renegades was, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we agree. One was great and the other one didn't live up to the to the
Not
first
at all.
one, I think it's the only way to reboot the franchise, and they tried with Retaliation. All right, y'all going in on G.I. Joe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too familiar with G.I. Joe, but I love some real American heroes. Tomb Raider is fire. Not the new movie though. Hell no, not that new movie. Angelina Jolie though, yeah, she I don't know. Is she woke? Is she an enemy? She was in Eternals, and she was talking about on the red carpet. Oh yeah, representation, lifting voices, and seeing people that don't get all that bullshit. So another white savior. I'm not with it. Angelina Tomb Raider movies were fun. Yeah, she should have fought some raptors. Did she do that?
Which ones?
I'm saying, did she ever fight raptors? I know actual Tomb Raider, she dealt with fucking dinosaurs and shit.
I thought she was fighting like at least the first one. I can't remember. I think she was
No, I'm not
fighting
talking about
like
the
the
movies. I'm
animal.
saying I don't recall
Oh,
her fighting raptors in the movie. But I'm like,
I
if
don't
she
remember.
would have
I don't
done that.
either. I don't either.
Uh the extended action cut is my favorite. The 12 minute of silence for the ninja battle was awesome, and I really like the actors they had playing Snake Eyes and Shadow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
All right, man. Y'all geeking over fucking G.I. Joe live action right now.
It was alright. It was alright.
Hell, the Lord, the Resident movies are great. Look, people who actually love the series, I'm not saying you're not one of those people, but from what I've heard, people who actually love the games are not particularly fond of the movies. But as a normie, I think the movies were entertaining. They,
Yeah, Mila Jovovich is great for action movies too.
yeah, like zombies is, as far as horror, zombies is the only thing that really got me like, oh shit, like this is serious. These are some real stakes here. And
Like, like go ahead.
Resident Evil contributed to that for me. What's up?
Really? Oh, no, I was gonna say for me it was 28 days later when you actually said these fast moving frenetic zombies.
I'm not
That
saying
wasn't the
other
whole.
movies didn't. I'm saying
Okay.
Resident Evil was one of it's almost like you couldn't go wrong with zombies. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of what I'm saying. So Resident Evil,
Zombie Renaissance. Yeah.
yeah, like if it wasn't a great Resident Evil movie, if you took the name off of it, you would. It's a good zombie.
You still watch it? Okay.
Yeah,
I
good
got you. I
zombie
got you.
franchise.
Okay.
Uh oh, hot take, hot take. Hell, the
What
Lord,
you
that's
got?
a hot take. He just said it. There hasn't been a good adaptation for Resident Evil. The animated movies came closest. Yeah, the animated movies was great. They didn't come on Netflix, did they? Because I think I watched them online somewhere. But yeah, the animated movies pretty much be better than live action because they don't have the restrictions. Like I said, if
Right.
you Star Wars people, I love Ahsoka Tano in Clone Wars. Don't think Rosario Dawson old ass gonna be jumping around and jumping on big enemies' necks and shit. Like we not about to see
uh,
that. And if you do, it's gonna be CGI or some wire.
or
And
a stuntman. A stuntman's gonna probably have to do all that.
yeah, that's another issue I have with this, man. These actors get all this FaceTime and all this recognition, but they don't even do the superhero shit in the movies. That's somebody
Yeah.
else.
And they were actually trying to get it to be in the Oscars to where they would highlight them and have a category for best stunt, which I think you really should put in there, especially with the people they got doing these stunts. You really should highlight that.
I feel you. I give them some recognition, but man, but still, just that culture around it. Period. The actors, the big names, they the ones we care about. Like, what is a stunt actor's life like? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do they get taken care of
Uh,
even when the movie is like over? Like, do you just get paid for the? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know
I
all
don't.
this
I'm.
business shit, but
I'm not sure if there is a guild for it, like the Screen Actors Guild. But I mean, I think they have their own thing. It's just the fact that again, you will get a director like the guy that's doing the vampire movie that we highlighted last stream. He's been a stuntman for almost 20 or 30 years that we're only knowing about him now. Why
yeah.
not highlight your fight coordinators? Technically, the last stuntman actor that I can remember is Jackie Chan and
Mm-hmm.
maybe Scott Adkins. But, I would say if you got people doing the actual things that are the superhero things, you should highlight them. Definitely need to highlight them.
So you said Jackie Chan. To my knowledge, Jet Li did his own stunts too, right?
I think so. Maybe.
Tony Jaa does his own stunts.
Okay, I will give you. I will say I mean, I will say.
What I'm getting
Jet
at is
Li,
Asians are realer men than us.
well, oh, bro. So I'm guessing you didn't hear about their man project, right?
Uh-uh.
Bro, they started like a man project in like maybe 2019, late 2020. That's going to indoctrinate men on masculinity. They're doing it to especially get them ready for the military. And so they're actually saying, hey, we're not doing this stuff with K-pop, J-pop. We ain't doing none of that stuff. Take that damn makeup off. Stop doing your hair like this. Buzz cuts. Lift
Damn.
your weights. Learn your martial arts. So they're
Yeah.
actually doing that program so that they can actually put more, I guess, more masculine men into Chinese society. It's I think partly because the birth rate is actually low. So, they're trying to actually have this masculinity program to actually get their numbers back up.
Oh, they're trying to bring back them sister wives.
Man, they trying to be like the song in Mulan. They said, "Be a man, homie." They really
Uh,
about it.
it's kind of like what you was we talking about it on the show, or me and you, like Sweden, how the whole gun stuff, how they kind of like raise their citizens up in that lifestyle to teach
I
them
think
to
it's
respect it. Switzerland.
Yeah, everybody has a gun in Switzerland, pretty much.
Hell, the Lord, I fucks with it. I'll die on this hill. Die on it, bro. I'm with you. John, what is it? George Clooney's Batman was the best one ever. I die on that hill.
Don't. I will snipe you from that hill, bro. Do not do that. I will. Oh,
give me the nipples. Give me Mr. Freeze. Give me the rubber lips of Poison Ivy. Yeah. Wolf guy. Look, I'm no furry, but Lola can get it. I'm with you, bro. Lola can get it too if she throwing it at me. Man, you see that sexual energy? She know what she want. She want buzz though. I mean bugs. I ain't gonna try to come through that. But look, you talking about you not a furry because Lola can get it. Hey, Poison Ivy was dancing in that monkey costume. I said, "Hey, girl, put that monkey head back on." I'm just playing. Oh shit. Van, what you laughing at? Oh, y'all just laughing. Man. Oh, you laughing at Hell the Lord down on that hill. I agree, but they messed that up with the live action Snake Eyes. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm late.
Yeah, I think Snake Eyes was actually white. Like he was saving someone from a helicopter or some kind of aircraft, and it severely scarred his face, so he couldn't talk. But he's blonde haired, blue eyed. So when Snake Eyes the movie came up, they yellow washed him. Like they made it. He made him this Chinese guy and this code of silence. It's like no, he literally couldn't talk because his face got burned off. Like he's hideous when he takes the mask off and he can't talk. So the fact that they yellow wash it and try to go with this, they had to make a separate lore. Like that's a different character entirely. Like that's like a monk movie. That's a movie where a guy that takes up a code of silence until things have been event. That's anything but Snake Eyes. That's kind of problem I
Asian baby.
You said what?
This is Snake Eyes' Asian baby.
Yeah.
Just like the Hulk in the MCU is Bruce Banner's gay son.
Right. Well, dude, bro, even now,
Bernard
that's kind of racist. Yeah, well, it's kind of racist to also say like Snake Eyes and he's Asian. You're like, what you trying to say about his eyes?
Yeah.
He's got snake eyes. Okay.
I saw Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers saying like apparently Hollywood thinks only Asians can do martial arts. All right, so they talking about that was a bad movie. Hell, the Lord, Terminator, Alien. So we talking about female centric or female led movies. Yeah, bro, that was there. Like I had not seen Alien, but I was like, hold on, what they mean? Men don't like strong women. Didn't Alien have some character named Ripley?
Ripley was
that I saw in a yellow suit, a construction looking suit or some shit. So I was like, hold on, lies, the lies y'all tell. Ghost in the Shell, Eon Flux,
Ultraviolet, yeah.
Are you talking about female led? Yeah, that's female led.
Yeah.
But also Ghost in the Shell was anime, Ultraviolet. That wasn't an anime, but I remember that. I like the monkey feet girl. That's what we talking about? Or is that Eon Flux? Oh, okay. Anyway.
Eon Flux was Charlize Theron.
Who was that?
Oh god, she does like every drama movie pretty much.
Which one had the brown skinned girl that had the monkey feet? That was her friend. I think it's Eon Flux. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, we've had female led movies that we enjoyed. Yes,
exactly. Matthew. That we're not trying to go against anything. It's just that was a female character. She fighting.
Yeah. It's a funny guy playing the voice of SpongeBob voice, one of those racist characters in Transformers. That's him? Damn. So you going to make him black, but you ain't even going to make a black dude play him? Look, bro.
It's even worse.
You can never satisfy us, all right? We can always find issues with some shit. So just tell the fucking story. Just fuck trying to appeal. Just do what you do.
Just tell a story.
I'm going to hate shit regardless, all right? I love a lot of shit, but I can hate the fuck out of something. Super G.I. Joe nerd, yeah. Jeremy from GNG is as well. I am too. Snake Eyes is my favorite, hands down. Yeah, bro. He loved G.I. Joe. Cool. And I'm with it. Like, you know, I remember what was it? Some toys. Were they rescue heroes? I think they ended up giving a show, but it was some toys, and they were
Mhm.
just men. But like you had a police, like a fireman, construction worker, but they was like superheroes. And it was like
I don't know.
rescue heroes. They always save the day. Like that hype, bro. That hype for little boys, where you just getting little boys excited about being heroes and doing good shit and man,
Mhm.
saving people type shit. Yeah, bro. So that was my GI Joe Rescue Heroes. I know it's nothing. I know it don't compare. We Rescue Heroes didn't have comic books, but I think the police dude looked like damn, I can't think of dude Jonah Jameson. So he had like the little flat top, thick
Flat top.
mustache. That was a man's man though. Yeah, the second was better. I don't like The Rock, but everyone else was great. Yeah, I'm starting to hate The
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about Black Adam, but Doom. Doom was a great movie. Rock was great in that movie. Even as a villain, like he says, I'm supposed to be the good guy. Maybe it was too on the nose, but I do like that he said it because as I was watching it, I was like, hold on, this is The Rock. Ain't nothing bad gonna happen to The Rock. And Rock was like, hold on, I'm The Rock. Ain't nothing bad supposed to be happening to me. It was like they didn't tell him beforehand. Like he didn't know what was shit just started changing in the movie. He like, hold on, what the fuck? Anyway, all right, I gotta blaze through these. We had an hour and
Go ahead,
31
go ahead, go
minutes.
ahead.
I appreciate y'all coming through. Everybody here right now. If you in the chat, if you just watching, if you just lurking. All right. Next, I'm supposed to say hit the like button, smash the like button. So do that, people. Get the
Please do.
algorithm working. Get some more people in here. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Yeah, man, this shit's fun, man. Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Y'all bring, like I said, y'all bring energy to the chat, man. That me and Larry, some shit. Anyway, don't forget Tony Jaa. He's an amazing. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I started following Tony Jaa because I wanted to get into martial arts, and Muay Thai was what I want to study. I'm still looking at a Muay Thai gym right now, but yeah, that's what I want to practice. And he was doing that shit, so I was like, "Ooh, snap!"
On Bach, man, hit you
Yeah,
one of these, it's a wrap.
that boy. And then he turned around to the other nigga, and then, bro, them knees, them
Them elbows,
elbows, god damn,
little
yeah,
elbow
I
on
think
here.
hit the nigga on the top of the head. He was wild, bro.
Oh man.
In China, they going hardcore, yeah, bro. They getting ready
Oh
for
yeah, they
something.
are.
They creating
Yeah.
soldiers. They got that I'll make a man out of you in the background.
I'm
Doing all
telling
them
you.
training sessions. I have just about all of them, and they to get to the. All right, so if y'all talking to each other, I'm not gonna highlight those comments. Let me go find the ones who talking directly to us. All right, there are more guys than girls in China, so most of the men there are not getting married. There are more guys than girls.
They're actually importing women from different countries to marry the men that are left over because they got so many now. Because they prioritize. So when they had the one child rule, they were prioritizing male children over female children. So you've got women that were either abandoning them, getting rid of them, and prioritizing the males. So now you got an overflowing of males. So you got to actually bring in women so that you can keep the population going.
So look, my channel ain't real political. All right, I don't like to get too serious here, but you just said they had a one child rule, which I'm aware of.
Yeah,
but the other ones, you said they got rid of them. What does that mean?
I don't know if they were aborting them, abandoning them, what?
Throwing them off cliffs like the old days?
Yeah, to what extent, I don't know. All I know is that when they had a one-child rule, they were like, they prioritized the males over the females. So if you wind up getting one, you're like, it's kind of undesirable right now. I don't know what they did with them. It's like, ooh,
can't have this bitch bleeding everywhere. Oh shit!
So it's like I said, if that's something you guys want me to talk about when I start my own channel, y'all let me know. I'll put up that. Give you guys the email that I use for it if y'all ever want to hear more about the political stuff that does go on. But yeah, go on. We can go on from where we are. Go ahead. All
right. Somebody left. They didn't like that bitches bleeding comment.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
All right. Next topic. What I said, we gonna talk about Disney, their parent company, how they remaking. Just going to get into it. It was announced earlier they remaking Lilo and Stitch, so we getting a live action. It's actually a live CG hybrid remake. Specifically, the article said Lilo would be a hybrid, so I'm assuming Stitch, maybe Jumbo and Pleakley will be actual, animated. But like why? I don't know. But anyway, Lilo and Stitch getting a remake, and Hercules getting a live action remake. Do we want to bring up articles? We got articles for that, or
we can at least give them the link if they want to look at it.
All right, so I'll bring it up, but yeah, we don't have to really read it, people. We ain't lying. But we'll bring it up, just to show we not talking out our ass. Yeah, show the receipts. Yeah. But yeah, they not saying anything besides we want to put a new modern fucking retelling of the story.
What do you mean by hybrid? That one of them's gonna be a hybrid? What does that mean?
I don't know. That's what the article said for the Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, let me bring it up, or let me find those.
All right. Okay. Because I don't know if that means like you're trying to do the same thing you did with Chip and Dale or not when they say hybrid, because that's what I'm trying to think.
I mean, that's what I feel, because it would make sense. You got humans in the world as well as, well, the only alien was, Stitch, Jumba, Pleakley, Gantu, and the alien officers. But, with the cousins being introduced, I could see how they would animate all of those running around in a real world. But the thing is,
like Sonic?
Yeah, like Sonic. Yeah, okay. like that. But, or like you said, like Chip and Dale. Mm-hmm. But the weird thing is the article specifically said Lilo. So is Lilo the only human that's getting this hybrid treatment? Like, it makes sense, but it don't. It makes sense because she's the main character, but she's not the only human.
Only character. Yeah, only human character.
Yeah, so it don't make sense, but to bring attention to her, sure. I'm gonna look up Lilo and Stitch remake. Cinema Blend, Hollywood Reporter. Let's go to Variety. I think that's where I got my article from.
Okay. All right.
It is not where I got my article from, but anyway, that's that. And did you send me the? You say you
I
sent
did.
Me the
not for Lilo, but for Hercules. Yeah.
Okay, so I got both of those pulled up.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to share that entire screen over there.
Because he knows how to share screens, guys.
Yup. All right, so this one Larry brought to my attention. Disney's live action Hercules will have a modern spin, says producer Joe Russo. So yeah, that's Hercules, and this is Disney's Lilo and Stitch live action remake hires Marcel the Shell director. I've never seen that, but that's that guy. Looks like Harry Potter.
Okay. I think that's the look he's going for.
You got the round glasses. Don't let him have a gash in his head somewhere. All right, you want me to just read these?
Yeah, we can look at that. I guess it's weird because Guy Ritchie is directing this, which means it's going to be heavy dialogue, fast dialogue, and they're going to actually be doing the plan while they discuss the plan. Like, that's kind of a Guy Ritchie trope. So, I mean, I don't know how it's going to work when you're trying to talk about gods and monsters, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you've seen a Guy Ritchie movie before.
No, I don't know who that is.
Like, you didn't watch King Arthur, like the one with the dude from Sunset? Okay.
You told me I gotta watch it, though.
Yeah, it was really good. Actually, it was almost like watching a video game play out. It's pretty cool. Okay. You would like it.
That's how I felt about Northman.
Yeah, it was just like that. It was like, but it's saying that everything that he gets, he actually has to earn. So someone has to teach him how to defend himself. Someone has to teach him how to do politics. Someone has to teach him how to, have a crew around. Like, it's actually really good in showing you that King Arthur doesn't just become this guy. He messes up and he has to learn along the way. Like, he gets jumped at an early age. He got to have a crew around, know how to defend himself, learn how to use his wits and trick people to make sure he stays alive. Like, it's actually really good.
Okay. I'll check that out, bro. Whenever you want to.
D2.
What up, A2? Yep. Whenever you're ready to pull that up, bro, so we can watch it. Yeah, we got to get our cinema.
Word. Okay.
little research going on. But what up, A2? A2
Hey,
always supporting. We appreciate
A2.
you being here. All right, we having some fun. We've been wild so far. You know, I ain't no telling what you about to get yourself into, A2. But we about to
Especially.
bitch about some Disney remakes. Yeah, they're still making. Yeah, Wolf guy says, "Are you serious? Leave the OGs alone."
I,
Oh wait, are they going to make Hercules a good movie? Fuck no, you know that's
no,
not happening.
no, no, no,
All
not at
right.
all.
Now before we theorize, let's just go
Oh,
ahead and read it. Let's just get the
who
information.
saw?
Let's get the boring part out the way. All right. This was announced 3 days ago, people. They always say this. We want to honor the original by changing everything about it that you actually enjoyed. You want me to read this one or you want it?
Go ahead, because I know that you're gonna stop off at certain points. I'm gonna be more emotional about this one because I like Greek and Athenian mythology. Like
Okay.
that's my jam. So I'll have you read. If there's anything that I see to stop, I'll let you know.
Okay. And yeah, I'll stop and commentate whenever. When Disney's Hercules premiered in 1997, 654, I was 4 years old. Following the influence of 1992's Aladdin, the animated musical comedy skirted away from the traditional Mouse House model by incorporating more zany pop culture jokes,
Yeah.
splashy high energy supporting characters, fourth wall breaking narratives, and cartoonish slapstick humor.
Yep.
They talking about breaking the fourth wall. What comes to
Yeah.
mind is the muses. We was having this conversation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Love the fucking muses.
They were awesome.
Don't think they bringing that soul in this movie because they're going
Nope.
to prioritize. Never mind. Anyway, but as it is the latest animated movie to get the live action treatment, it'll have a harder time than the Jungle Book or Beauty and the Beast when it comes to remaking itself for a modern audience.
You don't have to remake something for a modern audience. If you're trying to tell me that this is based on Greek and Athenian legend, all you do is pull the exact story and show it to them. You're not supposed to, when someone tells you a story based on something that's way before your time, it's supposed to draw your interest too. It's
Mm-hmm.
not trying to take this story and push it to the forefront so that you can pick it up and run further with it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you
Because the
read a
stories are
comp,
timeless.
you said what?
Because those stories are timeless.
Right, they're timeless stories. It makes you want to say, well, wow, this is a really, like, you wrote that way back in BC, these concepts that are so universal. Well, what else? It's kind of like when they talk about the Egyptians and the pyramids. Like, it would be one thing to say, yo, how did you know calculus, geometry to actually build these? Well, instead they say, oh, no, aliens made them. So
Mm-hmm.
the Egyptians couldn't have been smart enough to understand geometry so far back in the day. The actual credit has to go to some futuristic race that built it for them. And so with you're either trying to do the story by pushing it and making it modern and more mainstream and saying, oh no. That movie or that story can't exist unless we tell it in our time.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But go ahead.
We had superpowers back then. That's how we was able to make those pyramids. I say we. I don't know if I'm ancient Egyptian or whatever, but you get what I'm saying.
I do. Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like, you can give the credit to the people that actually did it. Just because you don't know doesn't mean that someone had to have been smarter than you in the future to do it. I think that's the other problem is that if we didn't have social media, if we didn't have these great man-made structures pre-made versus to walk into, all your time would be built on trying to make something to survive and thrive. You're way more focused then than we are now. And so to say that, hey, someone else that had to have been smarter than you come from another planet and build these things or give you these stories is kind of disrespectful to people that actually aren't here to defend themselves.
Yeah. Well, I was serious when I said they had superpowers, son.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, I mean, there were giants in the Bible, so I'm not gonna.
Samson was
that.
strong as fuck. Enhanced strength is a superpower. All right, we should all be
That's
Spider-Man
fair.
and Captain Americas around here.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not
Okay,
gonna
I take
lie.
it back. We should all be Captain Americas. All right, but
Mhm.
because of diet, us being cut off from spirituality, being able to tap into those powers, we don't have access. Now, the reason I say
Okay,
we all should be Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is not super, he's enhanced. We can be
that's fair.
enhanced, maybe super. His intellect caused him to create the web shooters. So the intellect was the geometry and being able to create these
Okay. I
super
see what you mean.
structures and whatnot.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll give
bro.
you that.
We are humans are great. We just pitiful. We're domestic versions of our once great selves.
Fair point. All right. So,
And so this it says it'll have a harder time than the Jungle Book or Beauty and the Beast when it comes to remaking itself for a modern audience. And I think the reason they're saying that now they could be like, oh, because it's an old Greek tale. I think they're really saying because this is the latest out of a string, like a few of these already that weren't well received by people. So here we go again, and people
I don't
already
know.
got
Well,
this.
you said the Jungle Book and Beauty and the Beast. I will say this: we had a live action Jungle Book like in 1994, and that actually was good. Like you're talking about the modern Jungle Book. No one wanted to watch that. No one asked for that. In Beauty and the Beast, no one asked for that either. I noticed they're not saying Lion King because Lion King had to have been worse than the Jungle Book and Beauty and the Beast. I will say in terms of hype, investment to return, that was worse. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Mm,
trying to say it's going to have a harder time. I think part of what they're saying is how are we going to explain all these Macedonians and not make them black and not have
uh,
historians get on us about it? That's what
yeah.
I'm reading into it because they're trying to get a thing about the Cleopatra movie that had Gal Gadot casted, and they're like, guys, she was Macedonian, she was not Egyptian. So it's
So
like, go ahead.
I get what you're saying, but you're speaking from the perspective of one of the creators. This is somebody that's just reporting on what's happening. So I think as far as a critic, that's why I'm saying I think they're saying because it's what I'm saying like it's happening now instead of in the beginning when people like, oh, live action remake, oh, I love that movie, let's see the modern version. Now it's like, well, there's a history of these being trash.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay,
That's what I think. I was gonna say something else. But oh well. Uh
next one.
oh yeah. Did you see the Netflix Jungle Book live action? It was called Mowgli.
I heard about it. I heard it was decent.
That was great.
So, you see what I'm saying though? You're trying to go off of these super produced movies that we didn't ask for. We had them. Like I saw Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book in like 94, 95. I
Mhm.
saw the original Beauty and the Beast, and I actually watched the spinoff Beauty and the Beast show when that was on Sci-Fi Channel like 1996, 97. So I've seen them actually do remakes, have them be lower budget, but still critically acclaimed and actually be successful.
Yeah.
So it's like you're trying to remix of a remix of a remix, and it's like, why isn't the remix remixing? It's like, well, because I've seen it be successful. I know what something's gonna be trash when I see it, and I know the history behind when it was made.
Bro, that Mowgli movie was great. Hell, the Lord agrees with me. It was more
All right.
mature. It was more mature and it was closer to the book. It wasn't the fantastical Disney version of the story. It
Mm-hmm.
was like, creatures are trying to eat this nigga in the jungle. It
Mm-hmm.
actually showed the wolf family that he was with, though, like his actual
Okay.
parents,
Oh
not
yeah,
like
I
in the
did see
Disney,
that. Okay.
not like
I
in
think I know.
Disney
I think I
where
did see that. Yeah.
like not Disney where like they hinted, like they showed in the beginning he had a wolf family, but the movie was mostly him with Baloo and Bagheera running from Shere Khan.
Yeah.
That
And I
that
think. What? I'm sorry.
no go.
I was gonna say with you when we were talking about, with what we've been working on, it's like, well, technically you want man to have dominion over the animals, like straight up biblical.
Hmm.
So you're like, well, in doing that, that is the biblical mandate. You are to have dominion. You know what I'm saying? You can interact with the animals, but you're supposed to have dominion. You're supposed to be
Yeah,
the apex of all of creation on earth. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
right. But I'm gonna say this: we still on Doves. That Tarzan movie, it wasn't made by Disney, but you remember they had a live action
Yeah.
Tarzan come out. I did not watch
Yeah.
that. I don't care to watch it. But uh, Tarzan and Mowgli have always like that's basically the same story, just what
Okay.
Africa and India.
Yeah.
One raised by gorillas, one raised by wolves,
Wolves.
or Indian Asian wolves. But the dominion that you speak of, Tarzan did a fantastic job of showing that. Mowgli, on the other hand, he learned from all the animals. He didn't
Okay.
practice dominion over them. He learned from them. So I guess he learned they're real beings to respect them. and then he went back to living with the people.
Fair.
I don't think Tarzan went back to living with people. I know that was in a Disney movie where because he stayed.
He stayed. He stayed.
Yeah, so I don't know the actual Tarzan story, but I think he still stayed because
Okay.
I think Kerchak was an actual, like, he actually had to fight him for some shit.
He
Like, I
did.
don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I've always seen, I like that parallel of them, wild man, but in different parts of the fucking world.
Hey, real quick, I don't mean to disrupt from the chat. Can you highlight Hail the Lord's last comment at the bottom here, real quick? Because I heard about this too. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that Chris Pratt was saying that he talked to Harrison Ford, and Harrison Ford scared him out of being Indiana Jones. Because I'd heard that he was supposed to be Indiana Jones 5 or 6 years ago. Like right when Jurassic World came out, they were trying to say that they wanted him to be the new Indiana Jones as well. So I don't know if he's going to wind up going back to it. I do know that technically everything he's touched so far has been really decent. I know he's going to be Mario in the new Super Mario Brothers movie. Don't know how it's going to work, but I guess he's kind of becoming more of an A-lister and a guy that you want for an action movie. I think in large part because he is a throwback to characters like Harrison Ford. So I would not mind him being Indiana Jones at all, because I can't really think of anyone that's around the same age, that's physically fit, that will do justice to the character than Chris Pratt.
No, I feel you, bro. I'm like, I don't love actors like that, but Chris Pratt was like my first man crush. I'm
Wait,
admitting that.
when was your introduction to Chris Pratt?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, I saw him back when it was Parks and Rec.
I
And
feel
that,
you. I
yeah,
knew of him.
I did not know he could do I was like, I watched it and I was like, this dude is hilarious. And they're like, he's
Yeah.
gonna be Star Lord. I'm like, that fat dude right there. How's that gonna happen? And then I saw the transformation. I was like, Chris Pratt, I see you. I see
Yeah.
you are aesthetic. You are an aesthetically pleasing man. I have no
Yeah.
problem saying that. I got you. I will watch Chris Pratt. And every
So
movie he's done since then has been great.
Guardians was fucking away from the comic, far removed from the comic, but
far removed. Yeah, I'll admit that.
But that movie itself, Chris Pratt, he was
Killed
fucking
it, Star
phenomenal.
Lord. He killed the Star Lord.
Yes, and then after that was Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
I loved him in that movie.
Yeah. So he's got it.
Yeah, he was that man, that rugged man out there in nature, but he was working with the animals. Right. He was not like the other dudes, like, nah, they just dinosaurs. He was like, nah, man, these are animals, man. And he's like, they working with them type shit. Chris Pratt became one of my favorite, an actor that I would consider, like somebody I pay attention to.
I don't want to say it prematurely, but I mean, he is almost becoming kind of like the next Tom Cruise. I don't know if I can say anything as close to Tom Cruise where it's going to generate some money and it's going to generate some talk too. So, I like the fact, I think he's got a ranch too. Christian guy, stands up for the biblical values. Like, there isn't much not to like about him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think to me, it's like Chris Pratt is what Bradley Cooper wants to be.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I read interviews about Bradley Cooper. It's like he knows what to do and he's trying to do it, but it's like a Bradley Cooper movie sans Limitless and the A-Team remake. You're like, eh. But when you hear Chris Pratt, you're like, what's he gonna do?
I only know Bradley Cooper from Hangover and Rocket, but he wasn't But he wasn't Bradley Cooper.
He was an Alias. He was an Alias. I think that's kind of where he got his start. I'd never seen Alias until Shiro put me on to Alias. And I started watching. I was like, oh, he was in this too. But I mean, he was a regular in that show. Alias was kind of like, she was a secret agent in this. God, you got to watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Prime Video. It's actually pretty cool. It was J.J. Abrams' show. She's like a super agent spy. Like, she went all around the world. They're trying to uncover these secrets. It was pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Oh, and Hail the Lord put it that Chris Pratt got fit for Man of Steel, but got Star-Lord instead. I did not know that. It's probably for the best that he got Star-Lord, because it'd be hard for me to see Chris Pratt as Superman. But, But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, man.
All right, back to this article.
Okay.
Where was we at? Thus, for director Guy Ritchie, the transition from animated to live action is going to be even less simple and straightforward than his work on 2019's Aladdin.
Ew, gross. He
So he
has.
did that.
Ew, I guess so. Good lord, that was awful. I would not put my name on that. That was terrible.
What they gonna get John Favreau then? Oh, well, now he's focused on Star Wars, I guess, right now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
it's just like the same dudes just fucking shit over, or making garbage versions of shit. But
very true.
2019's Aladdin. All right. Honestly, I wasn't even mad at Will Smith's genie. He was not even the worst part of that movie.
It wasn't. It wasn't that. It was the fact that Robin Williams was too iconic to try to emulate. So the only name that I can throw out here, but people will be interested in that can't necessarily sing, but could do a version of him was Will Smith. You're like, hey, it's not Robin Williams genie. This is all he got. For me, I don't know who you could have gotten to be Genie that would have been as iconic as Robin Williams. Do you know what I mean?
As far as Disney, and this is probably me being an old dude just saying keep my shit the same, but
Mm-hmm.
bro, if it was a fucking hit already, just leave it at that. Translate it. Technology. That's the only thing that need to change. The technology.
Would you have done a voice deep? Would you have been okay with a voice deep fake of Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. As long as it's true to the original voice saying that, okay.
As long as it's true to the original. I think my issue, where you're going with that, I
Mm-hmm.
think they're about to start digitally like deep faking or making people up and not even have actors
Well,
playing characters.
that I was gonna say that I'm not sure if you guys know who James Dean was. He was like the ultimate bad boy renegade, like in the 50s. The whole slick back hair with the white t-shirt and the black jeans and leather jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was that look. And so he died when he was like maybe 20 or 21. And he was working on a movie before he died, and the movie never got finished. So I know that his estate was trying to sell the rights to that movie so that they could actually deep fake and put him in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it would technically just be, well, it's a hologram, or they put his face on someone else's body and then they'd act out the scenes. So I know that we're there, which is going to be even more of a bastardized version of what we're already getting. So that's why I was asking, because I don't know where the line is kind of on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really know. But like James Earl Jones, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't change his voice for the Lion King remake, but they
He's still
altered.
alive, though, right? Was he actually voicing it, though?
Yeah, he actually voiced Mufasa in
Yeah,
the
okay.
Lion King, but he sound
Okay.
old. He didn't. He was not the regal, strong, powerful king. Like you could hear the cracking in his voice, and he didn't deliver lines the way he did in the Lion King.
Okay.
Therefore, it fucks up the overall product. So just take
Okay.
that voice. Now, again, my line is when you're taking a person's actual physical appearance, like Stan Lee, for instance. Like I don't know
Okay.
if we talked about it on a stream or if I saw somebody else, but they're trying to get the rights to his likeness.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, we talked about that. We did. Yeah.
Okay, so shit like that is where that's not cool. But if the
Okay.
actor is like, and then again, it's like Mufasa is not James Earl Jones's. I just think the company or Disney would look better if they go to him. And I think I've said this before and was like, hey, James, we don't want you to come in for this one. You know what I'm saying? We just want your voice, but we would like your blessing. We would like a shout out. You know what I'm saying? You can come and be a part of the entourage or like the group that's like marketing and promoting the movie. Like we will still treat you as if you're an actor, but you don't have to do no work. We just bringing your voice back. So I'm like, that's a company saying that we truly care about the people who made this project as great as it is.
Okay.
Whereas you did a lot to give us a lot of success. Thank you. We have your face now.
Okay. And as long as it's agreed upon by the group, that okay, fine, I can see that.
I think
If
yeah, it
that's
should be
what they
agreed
need,
upon. Yeah, but you
if
got
it's agreed
Stan
upon,
Lee.
then I'll give it to you. I
Yeah,
give it to you.
somebody that's
Okay.
dead, and they like, hold on, let's buy his face.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
I see
that
what you mean.
shit's
Okay.
weird, and that's an invasion of like personal property or whatever.
Okay. Let's
Um,
keep.
yeah, we keep going. He'll have to find a balance between Okay, he'll have to find a balance between elevating the irreverent humor that made the original movie, such a smash, while also paying tribute to the demigod story that audiences want to revisit with this reimagining.
We don't want to revisit or reimagining. We just keep reading. I'm sorry. Go with that.
The fact that they going during the press tour for the Netflix's The Gray Man, producer Joe Russo told Games Radar Plus that the film will find a way to honor the original Zero to Hero origin story. See, we will find a way. The way has been paved. Do that. Upgrade the technology. Don't do John Favreau, where we just gonna make it real life animal documentary looking shit, but have them still doing crazy shit at the same time. So it you know what I'm saying? I'm getting mixed signals here.
Well,
Don't
no, I was like,
find
look. Go ahead. No, I was like, look at the last part of that statement though. Is the collective headspace that's in place for this new Greek mythos redo? It's not new. You can't say you're doing a new Greek mythos. Then that's not Hercules.
for
Not at
this new
all.
Greek mythos
For this new
redo.
like no,
All right, so
absolutely
say
not.
I
Go
think
ahead.
you should be specific what you
Okay.
mean. It's not Disney's Hercules because Disney's Hercules is definitely not Greek mythology. So
No.
the story is modernized for an audience. You know, you get what I'm saying. We can't have Zeus coming around here smashing every fucking female that he encountered. All right, we
Okay.
didn't see the trials that Hercules actually had to go through,
Right.
which they're pretty graphic shit in actual Greek
Very
mythology.
graphic.
So I
Right.
understand them saying the modernizing of that story to tell the Disney version. But we don't have to modernize the modern Disney version. Just bring that shit over here,
Right.
modernize the technology.
Right.
It's still 2D animation, but like Spider Verse, give us that 3D, 2D little hybrid weird shit, and that's it. Keep the movie the exact fucking
Same
same.
way. All right. Keep going. Keep going.
I think it was that it. Oh
Oh,
my
I was
god,
gonna
there's
say,
more.
yeah, yeah. There's more, but I mean, I'm not
All
gonna
right.
lie. I saw the Gray Man from the Russos. I will say this: it was half an hour longer than it should have been. Chris Evans actually did a great bad guy, and you know what? I will say there are certain parts where they just couldn't help themselves by putting certain SJW elements in there. But go on, next thing.
All right, yeah, let's get through this. It's not easy to
All right.
capture the same spark that makes a film beloved twice over. Not even Zeus himself can make lightning strike twice. But if the Russos and Richie can actually find the balance they're striving for, they could produce the rare Disney remake that's on par with this animated predecessor. No, it's not
No.
possible. None of them have lived up to their animated predecessor. Besides, I will give 101 Dalmatians live action remake a
Yeah.
pass, but that was still made back during the time of Disney Magic. They translated a Disney cartoon to live action well, while still giving
They
us the
did.
same film. We just didn't see
Really.
dogs talk, but they was able to do what John Favreau could not do with his animated live action lions and animals.
Yeah.
We was able to see expressions on these real dogs and see them
Mm-hmm.
communicate enough to
Mm-hmm.
understand what was going on.
Right.
And bro couldn't even do that with fucking digital technology that he prided the fucking movie on. Cause to make
Exactly.
their faces move and make expressions would just be too much for this lion musical.
Exactly.
At the very least, the producer is going into this project with a good line of thinking. A Disney remake that's not radically different from the original, but also different enough to justify the remake in the first place. Okay.
Good lord.
All right.
That's enough for that.
Theories on this one, because we got to get to the Lilo and Stitch one. So let's talk. Let's theorize. Hercules remake.
Theorized Hercules ranks. Well, of course, he's gonna have to be brown skin bronze. So
Yep.
I don't know what that actually looks like, or what kind of actor that looks like. They're gonna want all the cast to be on the nose. I don't even
Hold
know
on.
if you're. Go ahead.
Ego, my bad, my bad. I don't
No,
think
go
we
ahead.
addressed the chat. I had highlighted Sean chat. I don't think I said anything, but he says
What's happening,
hail.
Sean?
Hail to everybody. You know what I'm saying? What up, everybody? We in here. We chilling. Y'all, we me and Ego was talking about it. We trying to do this Saturday mornings. We trying to get the feeling of like these cartoons that we was talking about, these slightly mature,
Mhm.
like little, cartoons that we used to see. But you get your cereal now we grown, so we might get a little alcohol, you know what I'm saying, with our cereal. But that's the fun that we trying to have. Bring y'all some entertainment Saturday morning, take y'all and the rest of y'all Saturday. So yeah, man, we trying to do this as long as y'all willing to listen. Hell, even if y'all don't listen, we'll have to still continue for the people who come and listen later. But yeah, we glad y'all here. Checking this out and get in on the conversation.
Yeah,
Chat people.
please join us. Yeah.
All right. Hail the Lord. He's saying, "What's up?" Yeah, I remember that a little bit. The Lion King is enough for me. Nothing more. Nope. Got my DVDs up there. Lion King 1, 2, and 1.5. I'll play them junks over and over. I even go watch The Lion Guard. I got to get that series. I love it.
Where, bro?
Weird? Nah, you gonna watch it.
I might check it out, man. Maybe. Again,
You
we'll
gonna
have
watch
to have a day where we catch up on stuff. Yeah, but any theories that you got on this so far, or what you think it'll be?
My bad, bro. I interrupted you to address the chat. You can keep going, bro. Brown skin Hercules. I feel you. I'm there. What else?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna do the who are the three ladies again that
God
did the
damn.
all.
The Fates, was that what they was called?
I think they're the Fates.
That's what you talking about. They
You know,
shared the eye.
yeah, like the Fates. Oh yeah, that was cool when they tried to share the eye. They kept putting the eye in and trying to figure out things like the consultation. That was pretty cool. Then we got the singing ladies that were kind of narrating parts of the story.
The
Are
muses.
they the muses? Are the muses going to be black? I don't know
They
how they're
have to
going to.
be.
That's what
I,
I'm saying. They,
I know I know they will be black because when people make their videos, they're gonna make that comparison. Hey, they was black in the original, they not black here. What a representation. We
right.
don't
Well,
care
that's
that
what I'm
you made
saying.
Hercules black. Bring them black chicks back.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm just like. Where's the line on this one? Is Hades gonna actually be the bad guy, or is he gonna be misunderstood? We already
Is
know
he gonna
Meg's
be
character.
is he
Huh?
just gonna be Chuvatel Ejiofor with blue flames on his head? I just said the lines and they did with the technology. Whatever they
That's
did.
what I'm talking about. Like, they're technically no one's bad. Everyone's just misunderstood and made a mistake. I need my bad guys to be bad. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like, I understand that Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus are all brothers. I get that. There's going to be brotherly squabbling. But I mean, if you're going to be the bad guy, let him be all the way bad version of Hades. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
I was that James Woods?
Yes. So I know he ain't come back to do the character.
Iconic voice.
Yeah.
I don't know James Woods actually as an actor,
He's
but
pretty good, man. Did a lot of 80s and 90s stuff.
so the expressiveness of Hades, was that the
Mm-hmm.
character or was that something they
Wait,
took from James
Wait,
Woods?
hold on. Was that James Woods or was that Dennis Leary? Ah, I think. Ooh, was it? Let me try to remember that.
Are you trying to remember, bro? We got a computer right in front of us.
I'm using my computer right here, bro. James Woods. Oh yeah, he was. I think he did do it. Yeah, he
James
was. Okay,
Woods.
yeah, he was Hades. Yeah. But yeah, so he did a lot of decent work in a bunch of drama movies. He's pretty good.
Okay.
But I know that because of his conservative leanings, they're not going to bring him back.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the next thing you're going to hear is with the casting, they're going to probably go young. They're going to wind up pushing out the old guard of actors that did some of the voiceovers. Like, I know Dennis Woods is going to have his say about it because he actually voiced Hades.
What about Danny DeVito? He plays Phil right here.
It would be hilarious if they did. I just don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if they're gonna shit. If anything, he might be skinny, a skinny version of Phil, and that's what's gonna throw me over the edge.
Bro, if they brought Danny DeVito, like it's live action,
I would be rolling, bro.
it would be reason to, okay, I'm gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
I would love it and hate it at the same time. I would not pay
Okay.
to support this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like if Tim Allen was in Lightyear. Like,
Okay.
sure, he'd give him that boost, but it's still woke trash that Disney is not deserving of the money. So the idea in a great live action, if like again technology, if they want to
mm-hmm.
bridge or make this hybrid of live action and 2D animation or 3D animation, if they could mix that together and it worked, sure, bring Danny DeVito and like give him the makeup, you know what I'm saying, like make him look like Phil, use the technology to diminish his size to where he's not a fat
Bro, he's
action
barely he's
size
he's
kid.
barely he's barely 5 feet anyway. It works.
Yeah, but Phil is like 2 feet.
He is? Nah, I'm
Yeah,
thinking like he. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Really?
yeah, man, Phil's short
Okay.
as fuck.
All right, I thought he was like 3 or 4 feet because Hercules is like 6'8" or something.
I mean, maybe 3, but if Hercules is 6, Phil is not half of Hercules' size.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, if we're going by that, okay,
So yeah,
fair point.
technology. The technology would have to be there already. Go ahead and make it an actual style instead of he's live action. We just gonna shrink him down.
Okay, that
Like I've
works.
seen them
I
do
can
that
see.
in some shit, but yeah, I can't.
All I'm saying is if they put him in that, all I would say is, yo, that's Frank Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like I would not be able to separate his character from Frank in Hercules. That's the only thing that I would point to. It'd be hilarious watching it that way because
Yeah,
that's all he has to do is act like Frank Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I didn't watch It's Always Sunny. I know who you
Bro,
talking
that
about. I
is
know he was in there.
hilarious. You
I
gotta watch
seen.
that show. Hilarious.
Yeah, the shit I have seen from it was funny though, but
Okay.
I can't think of a fucking what's that fan cast or the best Hercules for the role because I don't even know what type of spicy exotic nigga they trying to put to be Hercules.
I'll play this. It wouldn't surprise me if that black dude from Bridgerton, or the guy that was the director in the movie we just saw, The Gray Man, if they made him the next Hercules.
All
He's
right,
British, black dude, Jean something. Like
you're gonna have to be light
if
skinned. They
that's what I'm
gotta get
saying.
this
He is kind of
golden boy
light skinned.
skin. Oh, okay.
He is kind of light skinned. That's what I'm saying. It's either that or yeah, I can't think of anyone else light skinned that you would want to make a superhero or pretty much a superhero Herculean type of person, but yeah, I don't know how they would do all that.
Yeah, Meg. Bro, I just see them making everybody fucking black or brown in this. Hades, they might make him white. They gonna say he underground. He don't need no melanin. He pale as shit. So I take back my Chiwetel Ejiofor. They gonna make the evil white guy. And I hate that. Culturally, I hate it because the people who gonna end up hating this shit. I'm just gonna say mainstream media has done a lot to make society dislike brown people. Brown
Okay.
people have done a lot of that shit on our own. You see all these niggas riding and pillaging and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But societal, as far as society and like the people who are not knowledgeable of, there are directors and different people pulling strings to make shit happen. They gonna see black people on screen ruining my fucking product that I love for so many years. And yeah,
No, I was gonna
yeah.
say technically a lot of the anti-black hate was started in what I think it was, I don't know, 1905 or '06, with the Birth of a Nation, which gave
Mm-hmm.
rise to the Klan. It was basically showing like this black guy kidnapping this white woman. These white guys have to go and save her. That scared and galvanized a lot of white people to actually start putting on the white cloak with the pointy hats to go out and start going after black people, which was wrong. However, now it's almost flipped where you're seeing in real time people that look like us doing a lot of property damage, murder, and killing. And so you're going to actually wind up making the versions of white people that don't like black people that's actually based on things that they've seen, experienced, and note the data. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Like to, I know when we say this shit, it sounds like we hate black folk. You know what I'm saying? But
We just gotta go and tell them like
yeah,
it is.
yeah, we one of them niggas. But I fear for that future, bro, because
Yeah,
these stories are telling all these white boys you innately fucking evil. Men, you're
right.
evil. Black dudes, if you don't act like a man, you can get a pass. White dudes, sure, you don't act like a man, you can get a pass. But
Right.
white man, you're innately evil and you have everything to do with every issue that we have as a society. So I'm like, once
Right.
you really just constantly ingrain that, and it's in media, right? So these
Mm-hmm.
cartoons and comic books that people think are so trivial, to the kids that's actually soaking this shit up, I do feel like society is actually creating, contributing to the villains that they're making us.
Right.
And the shit that they talking about, hey, it might happen, but it's not here now where they're saying it. It will be a
Right.
product of the shit that they're pushing. Because instead of letting
Right.
people just be themselves and enjoy things together, you're telling a person like, hey, if you look like this, you need to think like this. If you look like this, that guy that look like there is the reason it's happening to you. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? All your
Yeah.
issues, it's his fault. It's their
Right.
fault.
And yeah, some kid in like Nebraska's like, how am I evil?
Yeah.
Why? Like, I'm just out here in the cornfields, just chilling. Why can't I just have a superhero?
Yep. So yeah, man, I'm hating that. Man, speaking of fucked up narratives, Lilo and Stitch remake is happening.
Oh boy.
Now the reason I say fucked up narratives is because if you know the Lilo and Stitch, the story is it's pretty mature. All right, you got two
Okay.
sisters, two young sisters. I don't even think Nani is older than 21, if she's even 20.
Okay.
But they parents died in a car crash. You know, it was raining on the way home, so they parents was taken away from them. Child Protective Services is getting into the mix. Lilo is acting out because she don't know how to deal with the emotions of her parents being taken away from her. She's
Okay.
young, Nani's older, so she's able to deal with it a little bit more. But like Nani's trying to get jobs and shit. You see Lilo and Stitch fucking up her job opportunities, but she like, damn, you kids are fucking it up for me if I don't get these jobs. Like Nani is saying this shit. Like Lilo, you keep on being an ass, they gonna take you away. Like our parents have already been taken away from us. Do you really want to help them take us away from each other?
Okay.
And then Nani is like, damn, Stitch, right when we was trying to get our shit together, here you go. Come fucking stuff up. So it's like all of that, bro. Pretty hard hitting, mature story that I
Okay.
think they just about to make brown people's lives bad because government deem it so. The white girl in the neighborhood, Myrtle, that's picking on Lilo, is only doing it because she's fucking racist. And we're gonna show she's privileged and all this other shit.
She's not
Cobra,
even from the island. She just
yeah,
moved here and she's got a
yeah.
problem with the island people.
She just moved here and fucking gentrified Lilo damn neighborhood.
Right. She's gonna be like, them island boys.
Goddamn coconut eating monkeys or some shit. Hey, let's actually get to the fucking article. So some people just left, so I don't know. Maybe they had shit to do. Maybe they didn't like the hard hitting statements, but we here. We going on. Variety,
Okay.
Disney's Lilo and Stitch, yeah, live action remake. Dean Fleischer Kemp, the filmmaker behind A24's charming indie comedy Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, will step in for John M. Chu as director of Disney's live action Lilo and Stitch remake. Chu was attached to the project in 2020, but his deal was never finalized. The movie is still in early stages. Hold on. So I'm going to go look this up.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it not on this stream, but will step in for John M. Chu. I don't recall this. As director of Disney's live action remake, Chu was attached to the project in 2020, but his deal was never finalized. I wonder why. Now I'm interested on who this John Chu dude and was he like, hold on, this ain't the fucking Lilo and Stitch story that I want to make. Fuck that shit. So they was like, kind of like Tim Allen.
All
They
right. So
like,
I mean, he did. I was gonna say he did Crazy Rich Asians, In the Heights, Now You See Me Too. He did Step Up to the Streets. Love Step Up to. He did. He's actually gonna be doing Wicked in the next few years. Basically, the Step Up movies. I don't know if
yeah,
you saw those. The dance movie, like that was him.
okay.
So I mean, at least the choreography would have been there, I guess.
I mean, I seen Now You See Me 1 and 2.
Yeah, not he did those. So I mean, actually, the fact that he's leaving doesn't spell like it's gonna wind up being that good from jump.
No, but why did he leave? That's what I want to find out. I'll figure that out later, people.
Okay.
But his deal was never finalized. Yeah, bro. Like I guess like Tim Allen, because he was approached. We found out that he was approached to do the Lightyear movie, but he was like, "Nah, some don't feel right about this. This is not a Buzz Lightyear story. I don't want no part of
Right.
this." So they said,
Right.
"Okay, we're going to go to the guy who's not going to be critical, who's not going to ask questions, who's just going to do what we say."
Right.
So now we got this skinny dude with Harry Potter glasses. All right, the movie is still in early stages and has yet to officially set a screenwriter or hire any actors to portray Lilo and Company. Okay.
All right, all right.
However, Chris Bright is in the final negotiations to write the adaptation. It's unclear if the movie will debut in theaters or on Disney Plus, the studio subscription streaming service. I think it'll go to movie theaters. They
It'll
really
probably
think,
have to go to movie theaters. Yeah.
yeah, they really think it's going to bring in some money since it's a remake. So they want to get their investment
Back.
or
Yeah.
their money back. Yeah, so that shit's going to be in theaters. Chris Sanders and Dean DeBlois, whatever, wrote and directed the original movie, which opened in 2002 and grossed 273 million at the global box office. The animated family film centers on 6-year-old Lilo and her teenage sister Nani. So it says teenage.
So she got 19. What? Probably 19,
I
18,
think about
19.
19. Yeah, bro. She had to be a young
Yeah.
adult, enough to get a job, but not to have enough actual experience. Yeah. Who live in Hawaii and adopt an adorable blue extraterrestrial creature nicknamed Stitch. The movie featured the catchy Disney song Hawaiian roller coaster ride. Oh, that shit was great and introduced audiences to the concept of ohana, which means family. And nobody gets left behind or forgotten. And that Stitch instills in the group, family means nobody gets left behind. There you go, or forgotten. Lilo and Stitch has inspired multiple spin-offs, including the direct-to-video sequel, Stitch the Movie. I enjoyed Lilo and Stitch 2. Stitch has a glitch. I enjoyed that as well. And Leroy and Stitch. I enjoyed that as well. A
Wow.
TV show called Lilo and Stitch the Series. Fucking amazing. Ran on Disney Channel, ABC Kids from 2003 2006. Guy behind Aladdin remake with numerous animated films, live action treatment
Wow.
to varying degrees of success, so they know it was up and down.
Yeah,
A remake of
exactly.
The Little Mermaid is also in the works with a singer, Halle Bailey. I was just about to say with a race swapped Ariel.
Race well. Ginger side.
Melissa McCarthy portraying the evil Ursula. Melissa McCarthy,
Cool.
that's
She always plays the big girl.
right. That was the
Yeah.
person who I said should play Ursula, and she's actually playing Ursula. So that's cool, but the movie's gonna suck.
I thought Ursula was black. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I saw somebody say that Ursula was based off of a fucking drag queen that I think was
Wait,
black.
what?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
We don't have to pay attention.
I thought it was just the short haircut that was in at the time, and the lipstick and everything. I was like, oh, I thought Ursula was black.
Man, so the thing you say you thought Ursula was black, I'm fine with that. But Ariel being white, then you know they don't want to be seen as racist, so we can't have the white, blonde, fair princess and the angry black aggressive villain who
And she
wants.
wasn't. She was manipulative, and she was like, she trying to get back at Triton or Poseidon. She's like, yo, give me the Trident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see why you couldn't do that. And that's the problem, is that we're not given the freedom to actually be the villain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're always wronged by somebody. But in this is like, well, no, I want that, and I'll manipulate your daughter into getting what I want. Like, if you're not letting minority characters be bad, I don't have my own agency to make my own bad decisions. We talked about that when we saw the Batman movie. The one guy that was trying to get into the gang didn't get a choice to actually break bad. You know what I'm saying? Unless there was this white savior. So for me, it's like, let us actually be bad guys. Like, if the story calls for a bad guy, let the bad guy just be a bad guy, and he just happens to be black.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So if you're showing black people in this crazy, beautiful, perfect light, then everybody gonna be looking like, well, what's wrong with these little hoodlums in the neighborhood?
He'd be like, like he's like, hey, did you see Ariel? She went against traditional wisdom. She won and got Eric. So which means like, well, exactly. So you're like, well, now if it's technically based, I think Eric was French. I think he was French. So I'm like, what's Eric supposed to look like now? Like, what's Triton supposed to look like? When you make a character a different ethnicity, you have to do everything based on like the phenotype of the race, like it has to all match. Otherwise, you gotta say somebody adopted.
And then with the race changes, which interracial couples happen, ain't no issue with that. But
Right.
if you're gonna change Ariel, and like you were saying, you don't change him, then it's like, okay, we got an interracial couple. Are you saying that she can't be with a black man? She got to go marry a fucking white man to better her life or to get that life that she want, that she dreams of?
Exactly.
Because a
Exactly.
black dude ain't gonna be able to provide that
Exactly.
for her.
Oh, Triton couldn't help his baby moms out like that.
Oh man,
It makes, and like where oh, so you couldn't protect the mama, so you gotta deal with Ariel now. Okay,
right? So
hey,
she's gonna have a white father and a black mama that's gone somewhere.
and then we're gonna be like, okay, we've seen this, the Phil Drummond treatment.
Mm-hmm.
It's been done too many times. So and yeah, you're right. Ariel is going to be black, but it's just the fact that if she's black, now we gotta make sure that the dad at least kind of look black, or we gotta show that the mom is black to explain why Ariel kind of looks light skinned because her dad's white. It's this is gross.
CB Smallwood dropping in at work to say hello. Oh, from work. Dropping in from work. Like you just got off or you at work and you just like, man, let me hear some sane takes. Let me hear some geek shit. Anyway, I didn't even try to highlight that. It's not your turn, C4. But yeah, CB Smallwood, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Said, fuck the man. I'm gonna go listen to the homies. But yeah, C4. Ariel will be black in this remake. Yeah, that's that Holly Bailey chick.
Holly Bailey, yeah.
Stuff like this is why I'm hyped for the Rippaverse.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Exactly. Like I said, once he comes up with Rippaverse Studios, I don't care if it's animation or live action. I've seen better adaptations of live action characters from people that made like 10-minute YouTube shorts that only needed $5,000 or $10,000. So I know that I'll probably whatever I can afford to put into the Rippaverse when they go live action with whatever entertainment they have, or even if they're going to go and the animation route, I'll definitely put in for that. Especially if I want to see what the voices of the characters are going to sound like.
We
what? Oh,
all right. So we got a dog here, so okay. I might have to step out and help my wife with that.
That is fine.
Yeah, the dogs get
let me know what happens.
Yeah, if the dogs get to like getting loud and stuff, I'll step out and do that. But man, that's basically the fucking Lilo. And I want to show where it says the or maybe this is not the article. I don't think this is the article, but there was that hybrid shit that they was talking about. People go check out my video if you want to see fucking more details of that. But yeah, it's Lilo. They specifically said Lilo will be a live action animation hybrid. So yeah, don't know how they're gonna do that, but
I don't either.
Yeah, like I said, the hard hitting topics in that movie or things that they had to deal with. Like I said, bro, like child protective services, getting involved. That was a black dude, right. Cobra Bubbles, voiced by Ving Rhames.
Marco Clark. Oh, Ving Rhames. Yeah, it was Ving Rhames. Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, damn, bro, is CPS seen as the bad guy since he's trying to take Lilo away? So can he not be black now?
Right.
Shit like that. Gantu. I don't know who played Gantu voice. I think it's an iconic voice though, but Gantu can have a black voice. You remember Gantu?
Exactly. Bro, I never watched the Lilo and Stitch movies. Like, I barely caught in there when Shrek went out. And that was because my little brother wanted to watch it. And then that's how I got into Shrek, which I think was technically the last real original idea to come out for a movie. It spawned so many versions of Shrek, but it was actually really good. It was, I think it meant, so for anyone that wants to be isolated, you still have a place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Shrek was an isolated character. He wound up getting a best friend that he thought was irritating, and he only did something to get people to leave him alone, but wound up getting his own family.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so while they pulled in traditional tropes of, goodness gracious, Little Red Riding Hood, Pinocchio, Three Blind Mice, which were hilarious, and the Gingerbread Man. The Gingerbread Man was hilarious. My dad loved him. He would always say, "Do you know the Muffin Man?"
The Muffin Man.
who lives on Drury Lane. My mom and dad would say that all the time. So it was hilarious.
Bro,
So that's why I say, it was the last original idea that they had for me. Wally, get out of the screen, sir. I'm sorry,
bro,
guys. Here's Wally. Okay.
I love fucking Shrek.
Okay.
Not the gumdrop button. Bro, you remember was it 2 or 3? I think it was 2, where they made the giant. Yeah, it was 2. They made the giant gingerbread that they
giant
was riding.
gingerbread man.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. He went down in milk.
And he died in the water. They poured the milk on him, and then he was like, "Oh," and softened that boy up. Bro, I love Shrek.
But that's what I'm saying. It was one of the last original ideas that just wound up blowing up.
Wolf Guy says Eminem is in Rings of Power. I know what you're talking about. I saw that.
Why?
Not for real, Eminem, bro.
Okay.
That nigga was about to be pissed.
I was about to leave this stream and just start cussing somebody out.
Man, I don't want to see Slim Shady.
I don't. I really don't.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings person though, Wolf Guy. So that no impact on me, but another
I've never
one
seen
bites
Lord
the
of the
dust.
Rings. I need to watch it, but I've never seen it.
I seen the first 2. I'm still working on the 3.
Never watched it. I mean, everyone tells me I should. It's just, I guess for lore building, it would probably be great to research, but just generally, I've never seen it before.
I feel you. I didn't get into it at the beginning, so now it's just like, well, why start now? And as I was watching the movies, that's when the Rings of Power shit got announced. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want to start enjoying Lord of the Rings only to be pissed by this. So yeah, fuck it. C4C, yeah. Have you seen the live action
My Hero? I have not.
My Hero Academia, the fan film? Is that the one where they had the black dude and he had like a keychain and was teleporting to some shit? If that's the one you're talking about, I saw that. And it was cool. Christopher Miller. What up, Christopher Miller? I think he just got in here. Nobody wants this live action movie, just like nobody wants the Hercules movie. Yeah, bro. Nobody wants these Disney remakes. Bro, if they give us like some Miles Morales, like the Into the Spider-Verse fucking animation, just make the movies and give us that. But address things that have come before. Like with The Lion King. If they would have made The Lion King 1, still give me an animated remake. But use that to address things like Rafiki's Tale, the magic of the world that is hinted at. Rafiki's talk to spirits. That's why I say you should watch The Lion Guard, because they go more into the magical realm of things. But like at the end of Lion King 1, he has a male son, but the actual son is a daughter. So I'm like, that's what a remake's supposed to do. Bring attention to that. Like I was telling you at the end of fucking The Lion King, this remake, this hypothetical perfect remake, then in the same spirit of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where you get this like mid-credit or after-credit scene, show us the Outlands and we see Kovu. Like we see Zira like saying like, okay, Kovu's time is coming. Like, Simba just had his baby. Now we about to raise ours, and foreshadowing the battle to come of the Pride Lands versus the Outlanders. Shit like that is what a remake is supposed to do. But when you give me the same story, just a shittier version, you only here for the money.
Exactly. Tell it what it is.
Yeah, you ain't trying to put no creative influence. Like, okay, so they explain how Nala got away, but Zazu distracted like the hyenas or some shit, and she just ran away. Like, no, make Nala rebellious. Show her being that not an asshole, but she ain't afraid to like stand up for herself and to confront people or some shit like that. Like, show her doing that. And Scar, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I saw you as a little girl, you know what I'm saying? Now I can actually put hands on you. You stepping to me like a woman right now. You know what I'm saying? You disrespecting me in my kingdom type shit. Or he like, I snap my fingers, or I slash this rock, give the signal, and these hyenas back here is on your ass, female. Stay in your place. So I'm like, to see that type of interaction, or to see the female lions actually standing up to Scar, or like how you saw Sarabi when she was walking through the hyenas and she was looking out the side eye like, Yeah, stay in your place. You ain't gonna do nothing. Like that's some strong woman shit that I would love to have seen in this not live action, in this Lion King remake
Okay.
for the strong woman agenda, doing Lion
Okay.
King justice. But we ain't get that. To see
Not
the
at all.
females in their battle training, to show why Nala is always kicking Simba ass, cause she over there being trained as a warrior while he being trained in politics and shit. Anyway, I love the Lion King people.
I know, man.
Okay, my bad. Putting your conversation on blast. Y'all about to make something happen though. We got some more creators doing some shit. I see you. I see you. Look at him. He said, "Hell." They gave the code word and okay. Hey, what y'all about to make? What y'all doing over there? Don't tell me yet. The fact that anybody focuses on skin color is amazing to me, as if all human beings aren't inherently disingenuous.
Fair.
Agreed. We're all pieces of shit at our core. That's another one of the reasons why I love the Lion King. It just gave us animals, relatable story. Me personally, I put skin tone on it. Okay, Simba, they was the light skinned ones that had the money.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? Upper middle class, and Scar was the regular uncle that can't get his shit together, that's still mooching off of his big brother. Timon and Pumbaa was the trailer homies. One of them was Mexican. Kevin Michael Richardson. He was the voice of Ving of Cobra Bubbles. Is that who you talking about? I don't think so, bro. Let me look it up. I gotta fact check you. Let me fact check myself. Cobra Bubbles voice. Okay. So Ving Rhames. Hold on. So there was multiple ones. Ving Rhames is the voice in the movie. Okay, so Ving Rhames was in the movie.
Okay.
Kevin Michael Richardson was the voice in the series.
Okay.
But Ving Rhames. I'm also seeing somebody in. So Ving Rhames, they brought his voice back for Leroy and Stitch. That was a quick Google search though. So I mean, I'm not going more in depth. Like, well, that's behind the voice act. So anyway, but yeah, so we are not wrong. C4C. But they kept it consistent. Strong black voices for that fucking character.
You needed that.
Yeah. Right. Lilo and Stitch was awesome. I watched it all the time. Man, still holds up. Yeah, I actually got to buy that DVD. I don't own it. I will find it. Yeah. Hey, y'all, go collect all your physical media. Go get all your shit.
Please
because
do.
The only reason they're remaking all this is to discredit or to possibly erase everything that came before, so you have no frame of reference. So they can say, this is Disney, this is what we about.
This is canon, this is lore.
Yeah, so now go get them old DVDs and shit so you can be like, in this movie right here, in this series right here, in this series of books that you released back right here, like, nah, call them on their bullshit. They cannot change our culture enough to where we think this is real, this is legit, this is concrete. They doing it with the superheroes. Like I said, MCU, that's real to everybody, and the fucking Miss Marvel show is only here to validate the MCU. That's all she does. Just
and for the DC universe, they're trying to do the animated movies that are dropping. They're trying to include the Tomorrowverse, which is trying to push more of the agenda too. So their animated movies are trying to catch up, because they know that the animated movies are what people actually like DC about.
Wow.
So it's coming on that end too.
I feel you. That one Titans movie sucked. The one with Damian and Teen Titans versus Justice League. Yeah, it was Teen Titans versus Justice League.
All that was New 52. Yeah, it was, that's why they're trying to go back and do Super Sons. Now, the animation for that was going to be semi 3D, kind of computer generated.
That should look terrible.
But at least they're trying to make Jonathan Kent 10 or 11, because they know that's what works. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, I'll watch this one, but the minute I see them trying to go with what they thought it was, with making him gay or bi or whatever they decide to do with him, I'm like, nah, I'm out. Because
that animation is terrible, bro. So I can't even get into it. But you say if they try to do that, they're going to do that. The comic validates this movie. So when they drop hints of him being gay, it's going to be like, well, it's in the comic.
And that's what I'm saying, because they're trying to be like, they're acting as if there wasn't a Super Sons that was in the 70s. It was a fictionalized version of, like, I think Bruce Jr. and I forget what Clark's son's name wasn't with that, but like it's been done before. The version that you had that worked had 3 or 4 trade books already out, so you knew it was wrong to just age him up, then make him gay, and then you're trying to push it on that, oh, dad's out. So I'm like, looking at all that they're trying to do is like, well, you're trying to make your comics backed, you're trying to make the animated stuff backed on current comics, and that's not what we asked for. All the comics, all the animated books, and all the animated movies that we watched were based off of classic books.
Yeah,
you know, like that's why it was hard to watch Hush, that version, because they took out and flipped elements. But the version of Doom was great. Death of Superman was pretty decent.
Under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood was fantastic. You took classics that were already 5 to 10 years old, and then you made it. Not like, oh no, see, it's lore because we made the movie that backs the comic. It's like, no, you're trying to destroy one lore and try to build another, and I'm not gonna go for that.
Look, Under the Red Hood was dope, right? I saw the movie first, and then I went about the book. But then I see that Onyx was actually in the comic book. So these folks was like totally different from what we seeing now, where we just got to push all these brown women. They said, take that black bald head chick out of here. We focusing on Batman and fucking Red Hood and the Joker.
That's it. That is it.
Still a great adaptation, though.
Oh, yeah. Pretty good. And Jensen Ackles was awesome. They actually wanted Jensen Ackles to be, if they did the Under the Red Hood version, they wanted him to be Red Hood.
Okay. Christopher Miller, what you talking about? Yeah, we saw that last night on Friday Night Tights because I had to cut out early. So yeah, remind me what you saw on FNT, what they was doing. Oh, some trailer for some shit, probably. I don't know. That's hilarious. I thought Shrek was based on a book. It was based off a bunch of fairy tales. Sauron gonna drop them balls to those dwarves. Only Shrek can get away with that. If Shrek had some fucking black acting characters to where they just bust out and fucking some stump the yard type shit, I'd be like, Shrek, you doing it again. That'll be dope. I read the entire Lord of the Rings book series about 16 times, including the Hobbit. Nerd.
Wow.
Nah, though, but man, I love the Lord of the Rings as far as like Resident Evil or like I don't know, like franchises that you love to see people enjoy and see them support that they actually care about. So I love it for that reason. Although I personally don't want to get involved, I love that it's has such an impact on so many people. Mm-hmm. That's what creativity is about, and creating good shit. Memes of destruction. What's going on, bro? What up, memes? Memes a wild boy. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, Christopher Miller.
Kicking it with you guys, man.
Yeah, we were just talking to you, Christopher Miller from the past. You reading Fellowship? Hell, Lord says I'm reading Fellowship of the Ring, which is the first book of the series. It's a great read. Bro, I got to read books. Y'all know what book I got to read? So I got the Game of Thrones like graphic novels. I'm going to read those.
Okay.
Although the show sucked, the books apparently are great, and to see a graphic novel version, I at least want to be knowledgeable of and like make those comparisons. I saw titties in it though. What was I saying before that? Y'all, I got the Will Smith book. I got to read that book because this happened before the slap, and completely off topic, but we just talking about books. But I just want to read that. So maybe it can give me some more insight. Maybe I can see like with Will cracked or some shit. But
I would say this, man. I know where West Philadelphia is when I lived in Philly, right? It's terrible now, but back when Will was growing up, it was a decent area. Like Will was the kids where it was like, yo, street lights are on, you need to be in the house. So everybody was going out and still being out there. Will was inside. But he's an inherently smart dude. Like he got a perfect school. I think a perfect score on his verbal SATs. Like was gonna go to MIT. It's just that he happened to like, hey, I can rap, and this guy, my friend DJ Jazzy Jeff, like we rap and we rhyme, but I'm staying true to who I am. But he still would have wanted a woman like one of the chick from Salt and Pepper, I think. He tried to holler at her, didn't work. So it's like if you're looking for a guy that's Philly built, Philly dudes typically are aggressive. Like when it comes to getting the women are used to certain aggression from the men. Men are used to putting out a certain aggression to the women. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be not to be like that, women would think something was wrong with him, like Philly women, right? So if you get Jada Pinkett, a woman that's from Baltimore, kind of rough too, and it shows an interest in you, and it's like, well, hey, I'm addressing my childhood issues of not being able to get movies because someone doesn't deem me tough enough, but someone from an area that's tough likes me, like I'm gonna go with that. He was married before this, but I think he method acted when he was doing 6 Degrees of Separation, actually fell in love with a co-star, and that ended his marriage, his first marriage. So with all that going on, now you're with Jada Pinkett Smith or Jada Pinkett, and now you're finally getting that validation. I think that was kind of the beginning of the end. I think part of that's in the book, but
yeah, I'm gonna check it out because I love Will Smith. I hate that he did what he did. I hate the situation that he's in because I know how that can be kind of like taxing on your mental state when you're trying to be great and you got this nagging bitch behind you. But so yeah, man, that was some whole shit what he did slapping Chris, but Will has been great as far as an actor. And I'm gonna say the stuff that he say, I don't remember no off the wall, no wild shit that he said. He's been a pretty good dude, as far as people know. So yeah, I wish Will Smith the best, man. I hope he come out on top.
Me too. Favorite rapper? I'm not gonna lie.
I love his fucking raps. That boy got skill.
Exactly. Say what you want. Got skills.
Y'all was talking about the Avatar movies. The Avatar, okay, yeah, memes. Post IMAX Avatar, far too many movies have been underwhelming. I didn't love Avatar, but again, world building, sci-fi, fantasy type shit, I like that. Animal people, I'm all over it. So although I didn't love the movie, I love the world that it was created, and I'm like, my wife want to see the second one. I don't give a shit about seeing the second one. It's made by Disney. Disney own that shit, right?
Ew.
Avatar, yeah, bro. They got an Avatar land at Disney or some shit. I don't give a shit, but again, that was a beautiful world. I hate to see them fucking it the way that we don't know they're fucking it, but it can expect it to be fucked. I'll say that.
Indeed.
Christopher Miller, I can't believe that they're even doing a second Avatar movie. To be fair, from what I saw, it looked pretty cool. It was not trying to rehash or just do the same shit that happened before. Like they introducing more of the world, so you have more underwater type. Yeah, so we was flying around in the trees in the first one, dropping down on niggas, fighting ships in the sky, and then we going underwater with creatures and all that. It was weird that they had to put a little tentacle in another animal's tentacle to connect instead of just touching their face and just like, oh, I feel you, my animal brother. But anyway, it was fine. It was cool. Okay. Disney should totally hire you as an Imagineer. Fuck no. I wanted, bro. That was what my life was aiming. That's what I was going for. I wanted to work for Disney. I had opportunities to like intern and with them in Florida and do type of shit, but self-sabotage, I didn't go through, didn't see it through, and now I'm just like, well, you know what? That could have been me being lazy and procrastinating, but maybe God was just like, nah, I don't want you in the space with all of that nonsense going on. So hey, I don't give a shit. Fuck it. But I will buy Disney in the future, or once their properties go to like public domain, hey, if I can, I'm all over it. I'm snatching the Lion King up real quick. I might snatch Lilo and Stitch, Tarzan. I'm gonna make Tarzan black. I don't give a fuck. That's gonna be a self-insert. That ain't gonna be for representation or pushing no agenda. It's gonna be because I am Tarzan.
Oh my god, this guy.
But at the same time, I'd rather be Mowgli because he was actually raised by the wolves. But he didn't do no cool animal shit. He was just a kid running around.
pick your man amongst animal story, all right?
I can only change one black.
I know. You better pick one, sir. Just pick one.
So it'll be Tarzan because Mowgli was actually over there in India. He was Indian. He was with his people. So I'm gonna take Tarzan.
Okay. All right.
I'm warning y'all now. Okay, don't be surprised when you see the race change. Fuck it, it's me. It's not a black woman. All right, it's a black dude. So at least I'm gonna get The gender, right? He was Gantu. No, he was Gantu. So are you saying C4 that he played? Are you saying that he played Gantu in the movie, but then he ended up playing Cobra Bubbles in the show or like spinoff movies? Possibly. Hey, back to what I said earlier though. Strong black voices was those characters though. So we will see if they're changed or still the same for the remakes. Um Christopher Mill, what you say? They're trying to politicize all the entertainment media, and nobody's wanting it. Everybody going woke. Everything going woke is legit going broke. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was on a stream with Comics Division on Shagsworth channel, so go subscribe to him. That show was the midweek hump with him and Horror Armorada and Sheepsidian. But Comics Division was on that show. And Comics was saying ESG. I think he said entertainment, social, gay, some shit like that. Where they these companies or whoever's the head of entertainment gives like these rules or guidelines or boxes to check for properties. And that's why we're seeing, like my example was, how is, like, why are we seeing the same pushing of agenda with these colored characters, women being strong, shaved side of the head, shit like that? And he was saying it was because of that. And I'm like, maybe, but I think it's something else. And I really think there's some social engineering going on where they're trying to fuck us up in our traditional values so that something can come in the future. On that note,
I
though.
think it's might be about like a social credit score standing.
Okay. Now, on that note, there was a quote out of this book that I was reading that I fucking love.
What book
Now,
you reading, sir? What book is that from?
It's the Avatar. It's the Avatar art
Okay.
book. So for people
Right.
who just now getting here, I just bought this Avatar book, but I'm researching, I'm creating my own world, shit's happening. So and I collect art books. So let me find it. Okay. All right, so here we go. So the creator of Avatar,
Okay.
he helped work on Invader Zim. I think he was the art director. So he was in good with him.
Okay.
And the head of creativity or whatever at Nickelodeon was like, "Hey, bro, like I fucks with you. If you got any ideas, like pitch them to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Okay.
want to work something, we want to create something else. I feel like you'll be the guy to help us create that." So he was like,
Okay.
"Just keep pitching it to me. Once we land on it, once we get it, we're gonna make it happen. But we'll get there." And so this guy, which I think is Mike Bryan, I don't know, Mike and Brian. These are the creators of Avatar, but this was like the head dude. Um, So he says, Eric and I had a long lunch where we talked not about specific ideas for a show, but rather about how we both long to make something with heart and integrity.
Okay. Wow.
We each felt it was possible to make a series that met a network's commercial requirements while still maintaining these virtues. That was the quote. That's what I'm not seeing. That's not the approach I'm seeing being taken in media today. Now,
Okay.
Avatar was fucking great. Now, you could say The Legend of Korra got woke, which I think it did, but I think it was that ESG score that comics was talking about, or that social credit
Mm-hmm.
score, or whatever. It was
Yeah.
like, we got to get our strong woman, strong female. And I'm not mad at Korra because Korra was trash, but everything in that Avatar world that they brought with that new series was fucking great.
Okay.
After thinking about it more, you realize that Aang and Sokka are not in the story, the males, but the two female characters, Katara and Toph, are still there,
Mm-hmm.
and they're fucking great. As far as benders, you know what I'm saying? Like specifically Toph, I don't think Katara did really too much, but they still were here and present. Aang was a shitty father that he prioritized being the Avatar over raising his children, but he still had Tenzin and his daughter and the other boy, who were great characters, great male characters that we got introduced. So although we kind of took out the males, they didn't shit on the males like we're seeing from media today. They pushed a strong black woman, which she was just too strong to where she was just fucking aggressive and just putting herself in situations, getting fucked up, and then everybody around her had to save her. But the Avatar world made room for that.
Okay.
It's the next iteration of the Avatar.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I was saying though. If that, but I think that if they genuinely thought that, they wouldn't have tried to bring back the Avatar on Netflix, because the minute it came back on, everyone went and got the Promise book, which is the book that
Mm-hmm.
takes place right after the end of Avatar. I'm reading it now, and it actually goes about how Toph set up her metal bending school. It was actually a great story within a story about how the she has a little bracelet, a little metal bracelet, and then whenever it would rumble, she'd like, okay, whoever person that's in the vicinity that made that bend, I need them to come and be in my school. And it talks
Mm.
about the how difficult it is to actually figure out metal bending, because she doesn't even know how she really did it. She's like, I remember the emotion that I felt, but I don't know why I felt it. And so it talks about her three students. It also talks about the relationship that Zuko and Aang have. Like Zuko's like,
Mm.
hey, bro, look, my dad craved power and he went about it in a very terrible way. I need you to know that I'm asking you, promise me that if I ever start losing it, that you'll end me. And that, like, whoa, that's a mature line a year after the war with the firebenders. And so
Mm-hmm.
again, when they dropped the Avatar, that book sold out on Amazon immediately, because they know, like, hey, Korra was great and all, but if you're telling me I can get the same consistency in a story
Yeah.
with Aang, and you told me you made more books that further establish the lore, that talk about Toph, that show Katara's influence on Aang, which is even deeper than it was on the show, why would I want to watch Legend of Korra?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
I,
I heard it was good. It's just I want. It's just they jumped so far ahead and didn't explain anything to me that I tried to get through the first season. I did, but I mean, it fell off for me after that.
bro, I feel you. It don't hold up to the original for me, but I'm saying I still hold on to they did not fuck it up
I
like
know.
other media. So although Core was trash, now we see Avatar Studios coming out. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah,
Maybe we can get, I know they got the movies that they working on, but maybe we can get a
that's
continuation kind
that's
of
what I'm.
with the
That's the
books.
books, though. That's what I'm saying. The books are the continuation. So that's why they pulled out of the Netflix version, because they were like, they heard that they were saying, hey, we want to have representative characters. We want to be like Game of Thrones. We want to have, sexual scenes. And they're like, but they're children. They were like 15, 14, 16, 17. Like, this isn't what we set out to do. They pulled out because they're like, hey, we still got our books. And people like the books. All we got to do is make that animated again, and
You're
we'll
right.
still watch it.
They could take over the comics market with that, and that'll be a
Right,
good
bro.
Western manga hybrid. I'm
Yeah,
not saying manga
I,
style, but that Asian
bro.
influence.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the Search next. That's book two, because I just finished the Promise. So I'm gonna go get the Search,
Mm-hmm.
which is part two. And like the books are reasonable in terms of the price too, and it's a really good trade book. So I'm for it.
So that quote I just read, where they said they wanted to make something with heart that kept their integrity.
Yeah,
That's, I mean, you just proved that they made Korra,
yeah,
which I feel like we met the social requirements that we needed to, but we still did our world how we wanted to,
yeah.
just from the
Still within the
perspective
lore.
of
Yeah,
that avatar. So again, that integrity comes up again. Now Netflix is like, oh, we about to make some shit, and they're like, nah,
yeah.
fuck that. We just fuck all of it, and we about to
Right.
go make
Well,
our own our little
yeah,
studios or whatever.
and plus they said, like, hey, it's hard crossing one medium to another.
Yeah.
Animation to live action is very difficult in itself. How are you going to be able to show earth bending, metal bending, fire bending, water bending? Earth, that's a lot to have to put on someone when they can just do animated, not have to have nearly that whole budget. Not explain that. You saw how trash it was when M Night Shyamalan got his hands on Last Airbender. It was awful. Some guy just
Yeah.
handing his just had his hands out like this, doing this for the flames, and when he goes in the Avatar state, all he does is this, like a dumb zombie, to bring up the water creature.
Now check this out. You say that this is how in
Mm-hmm.
depth they were with their world building. Like, look
Okay.
at, I didn't even realize this, but the different fire bending techniques, like of course they based off of martial arts, but how you actually
Mm-hmm.
position your hand,
Yeah,
like
it's
a,
the what kind of blaze you get.
right. So a fist
Yeah,
creates a big round like fireball. A
yeah,
straight hand with the fingers create like a fire jab. The palm
Right.
creates a blade. Two
Right.
hands create a big like fucking Kamehameha Hadoken thing. And they showed like I saw the art where Ozai, like once he did his like fucking flame on state where he was breathing out his
Yeah.
mouth and out his hands, it
Yeah.
showed I'm seeing the art in the
Fifth.
book. Right,
Yeah.
his hands
Fifth.
closed and they show the fires coming in between his fingers.
Yeah.
That's paying attention to detail. Like when we was talking about that vampire junk, that movie where the vampires have
Mm-hmm.
serrated teeth. That's when a
Yeah.
creator actually cares so much about their world to get those details so that the audience, when they have those questions, we have an answer because we
Yeah.
thought of the world so in depth.
Right.
Not just what we seeing where we're going to take that world, we're going to take that name, but we're going to make it this like Halo
Yeah.
series or some shit.
Yeah. It's like, and that when they're actually doing, when they're trying to showcase their bending ability, it's almost like they're doing a kata. You know what I mean? They've got forms when they're doing it. You know, you have to have, you know, to get the fist, the knee has to come up just right, or to do the actual lightning bending. You know, Zuko couldn't even generate the lightning. All he could do was pull it in, take it out, and send it back. You know what I mean? They never made it that he mastered lightning because that was what his sister could do. You know, and I don't think that even Uncle could do it either. I just know that he redirected it himself, and it surprised him that he could even do it. And then he's like,
I got to go back and watch
I mean?
it. I got to go back and watch
Yeah.
it because I could have swore they both were able to generate lightning. Definitely Uncle. If
he
Zuko
redirected
could
it
only,
on a ship. Zuko
that's
had
when,
it because
that's when he was training Zuko on how to do it.
Right.
So I can't say for sure if they got to the point. I'm watching it again now, but I feel like they can generate lightning. If Zuko can't do it, at least Uncle, I'm sure can do it.
Zuko can take it. He can
redirect
throw it at him. He can take it and redirect it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I only saw Uncle do it one time, and that was on a ship when it was raining, and he took it in and sent it out, and it surprised him. He's like, "Oh, I can do that."
I feel you because we didn't even see Ozai do it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like that was something that only Azula was shown to do that could generate it, but it had to be that intense. I guess they're showing you almost to be insanely committed to doing it to know how to do it. And she's actually in the book, the Promise. It's actually really good how they introduce her because I mean, like I said, I won't give anything away, but you're like, oh wow, it must be hard times if they put her in the book. So it's really, like I said, it's really good how they're including all the characters and continuing on the journeys, even though technically a little bit older this time.
Yeah. Harold the Lord. Oh my goodness. Will Smith's raps is the equivalent to Sesame Street.
I play this. You can say that, but who don't know how to count to 12 from Sesame Street? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, Sesame Street. See, Sesame Street told you what it was, and you were okay with that. Sunny days, homie. So it was Sesame Street rap, but it's not like he tried to be someone he wasn't. That's all that I'm saying. That's why I love him. He was always himself.
His raps was not Sesame Street to me.
You said what?
His raps were not Sesame Street. I would equate modern rap to Sesame Street.
No, I'll play this. It's Sesame Street in the fact that like when his raps were out, it was all either fight the power or I was trying to be a gangster until I got trapped up in the da-da-da-da. It was that kind of rap. So for him to be like, parents just don't understand, it's kind of like the Sesame Street version of that.
Hell, the Lord, be more specific. So if you saying like the cadence or how he delivers his rhymes is like Sesame Street, I disagree.
Was it educational? Like I need to know too.
Are you just saying that because it was so mild compared to other rap at the time, then you saying it was equivalent to Sesame Street? Then I'm like, I disagree. That's because you might as well say like J. Cole is fucking Sesame Street then, or some equivalent to a cartoon or some shit. Now, I'm not saying Will Smith is as lyrical as J. Cole, but again, is he talking about the delivery of the raps, or are you talking about the subject matter?
He said the vibe. I think he said the vibe was.
He says Will
The
Smith's
vibe.
raps is the equivalent to Sesame Street. Oh, that's
I know,
later down. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
later down, yeah, at the bottom. He's saying the vibe. The vibe was
okay.
Sesame Street, but it's like I'm okay with that. Sesame Street vibes. I'm okay with that. It was educational. He introduced you to things and concepts. And if you were that kind of kid that lived like Will Smith, absolutely makes sense.
Yeah,
Like
I feel you.
I'm
I watched Sesame Street. I watched PBS Kids for longer than I'm sure most people.
right. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's he didn't say he was anything other than what he was. He never tried. I will this when he tried to curse in one of his earlier albums, they had to have him drop that whole song.
Yeah.
Like he could because they were like, no, you don't curse. You rap happy, like rap happy because people want to be happy because everybody getting jiggy with it. That's
Look,
I will not hate on that.
look, bro. When Clifford came out, I was like, "That's not my Clifford story." I take that back though. I did watch it. I wasn't gonna pay to see it because it looked garbage, but I loved Clifford enough to be like, I'm interested. What are y'all doing with this? You know what I'm talking about? Big Red Dog.
Yeah, cool for the bit right now. Yeah.
So yeah, I watched PBS longer than what I should have.
Yeah, so I can understand what you're saying. That's to the vibe though, but I'm not gonna hate on that.
All right, so Genuine Comics says greetings everyone. What up, Genuine? Are they
It's actually a
going
dope
to?
icon too.
It
My bad. I
is.
was gonna say that's a dope icon. Go ahead.
Yeah. Are they going to obtain the unobtainium? Laugh my ass off,
Mm,
bro. What are we
maybe.
talking about?
I don't know if we're talking about Avatar or the Avatar, the second movie.
Unobtainium. All right, let me blaze through the chat so I can get caught up with y'all.
All right.
Yeah, they give them a diagram to follow when they write something. Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What to write about and what not to. Right. And I feel like you still can do that. And if you're actually creative, you can be like, okay, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this shit right. Like I was just talking
Exactly.
about Mulan, but another show I love, Juniper Lee, The Life and Times of Juniper Lee. She was a
Okay.
fucking Asian character. Jake Long came out too. Another Asian
You're pretty
superhero.
good.
Basically the
Yeah.
same story. Supernatural universe is happening. They are the chosen protector um of this world and the supernatural. And she was just like a cold ass warrior. So as far as
Mm-hmm.
like anime superhero, not even a superhero,
Mm-hmm.
just an anime character, how they can jump super high for some real
Yeah.
weird reason because they train and they fight demons and shit. Like that was her, but it was a kid show. It was an Asian family, and they had a talking magical dog. What was it, Ramon? And her little brother was there, and he was always on some weird hijinks, some crazy shit. But yeah, bro, I fucking love Juniper Lee, and that guy actually creates comics. The creator of Juniper
Oh,
Lee.
cool.
No, I
Okay.
take that back. If I'm not mistaken, and somebody can fact check me if y'all care, I might be lying, but I'm pretty sure. And when I'm looking up like artists and shit, the guy who worked on Juniper Lee was it? I don't because Humberto Ramos came to my head. Let me look up who
Okay.
created Juniper Lee.
All right.
The Life and Times of Juniper Lee. Who created it? Jude. Created by Jude Winnick. Okay. American cartoonist, comic book writer. Yeah, so this dude worked on some other comics. Did he work on a comic that I'm familiar with? Early work, DC Comics. So yeah, okay. I'm not gonna go into all the specifics of it, but this dude actually, like, he worked on that, but he went into making his comics as well for Marvel and
Okay.
DCU. It said DC. It said some other comic work because, like, I think he got his own independent comic. But that's something else. I think it was Razor Fist. I think Young Ripple was talking about his video, or in Razor Fist's video, he was saying how Brian Michael Bendis is pushing this woke nonsense. You know
Mm-hmm.
the
Oh
shit he's
yeah.
created. But he didn't enter comics through Marvel. He got on by making his own independent shit first.
Okay.
But now you got these people who are, as Ripple would say, protective of the old guard, who is like, nah, don't create your own shit. Come go through us.
Right.
So yeah, but that dude, Juniper, yeah. So independent shit, man. People make your own shit. Me and Ego, we taking this stuff like we making our own shit. We not trying to be
Oh yeah.
attached to nobody big or to have control over our shit. I think when people, if you have fans that genuinely want to support your project, companies will come and find opportunity for that. And as long as you don't
Yeah.
push or give, then they'd be like, cool, you can do everything that you want. Just give us a little
Hmm.
percentage. I'm not saying that that's what we want or our goal. I'm saying that is the way that these people who are telling you not to create independently got into it. They created independently, they got some notice, and then they was pulled in to work for mainstream. Let's just not get pulled in to work for mainstream, and then everything that they make off of our characters, we don't see.
Agreed.
Uh, there's no strong black women. Apparently, they've never watched Jackie Brown. I've never watched Jackie Brown either.
It's a pretty good movie. I watched it a long time ago.
Okay. I found Cora as a unlikable character. Yup, she cheated on what his name. She cheated on what his name and but the fight scenes was dope. Yeah, so Cora was garbage. And I saw somebody else say that one part where she used Avatar State to win in that air scooter race against one of the little daughters. And I saw that as cheating. I was like, hell no, you garbage, Cora. You can't just beat her in a regular fucking air scooter race. But then somebody was like, that was Aang spending time with his grandchildren. And I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, okay, maybe, but no. Nah, I don't accept that excuse because Tenzin got on her ass about using the Avatar State for childish shit. And Aang ain't come in and say, Tenzin, I know you ain't talking to your daddy like that, like in Korra body. She was just like, what? But it's the Avatar State. I can use it. It's helping me to get better. Why don't you want me to use it, Tenzin? Yeah, I hated Korra. Everybody else was great. Bolin, I love Bolin. Sounds interesting. And then he
There's
follows with sounds terrible.
It's terrible.
That's how fan bases are created. When the creator takes the time to create different personalities within characters and put details in their ideas like the firebending technicalities. Yeah, bro, people love that shit. We eat it up. We eat it up. I say I don't. Is it because of my old age or what? I don't know. But I can't remember the last piece of media or entertainment where I was like, oh shit, that's me. I'm him. I'm that character. Bro, we ain't did that in forever. I did do it with Lord of the Rings with that Strider character. Because he was a human, but he was fighting them demons just off of his human skill, and he was helping our main characters. And then sure he was destined for some other shit, but he didn't want it. So I was like, damn nigga, you Simba. But I'm him. I'm Strider. He was a white guy though, but I don't want to be white. I want to be cool. That's all. The vibe was, if you talking about the Avatar,
Yeah, Will Smith. No, it's about Will Smith. That's what I'm saying. He was saying the vibe was
the
yeah, the
vibe was
vibe.
just no,
Yeah.
bro. It just seemed like some clean rap. I'm gonna say this. Coming from me, so my mama, she didn't let me listen to the gangster rap. So like 106 in Park and all that, I couldn't watch that shit. She had her gospel all fucking day. So if I could get some Will Smith on, I'm like,
Lift
Mama,
every
look,
voice.
it's rapping. He not cussing. So
He's talking about Miami and he's using a soundtrack from The Whispers.
he was on Men in Black. He made the Men in Black fucking song. Anyway, yeah. Will Smith was a nice rapper though. Will Smith took rap seriously, and that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But like the rappers nowadays, these littles or whoever's, they don't take rap seriously, and he did. So at least Will Smith was somebody who respected the art. I give him that. Same here. I didn't particularly like Cora. Not sure if it was the direction they took her, but they tried too hard to make her the rebellious teenage, girl type. It just didn't work, and that's what I mean. It's just anytime they put these strong female characters in front of you, if she brown, she overly aggressive, or will gladly put a man in their place. Cora,
Exactly.
she was that, but she was still fonding after Mako. Bolin was trying to get at it, and she was like, I'll try, but I'm not really feeling you. So it's like me and you was talking about ego. We still at least went through that kind of sexual exploration with Cora, as opposed to because you look like this woman, you're gay. She was just like, oh, I like that boy. So it's like, she still has potential to bear children or some shit in the future. I don't know. She don't have to have a child for the next Avatar. But anyway, so she'll be fine with Asami. But a woman looked good. So I was like, hey, Cora, I see you. You got good taste in men and women. Mako was fucking gorgeous. All right, all right. I love Cora, bro. Not Cora. I love the show.
Okay.
Fucking Varric. You remember Varric?
Bro, who's Rick?
Bro, Varric, he was I don't exactly know. Think of him as like Elon Musk of the Avatar world.
Okay.
Varric was the most entertaining character there, and you didn't exactly even know what his motives were. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Right.
I gotta bounce you guys. Stay up. Peace and love. All hell. Christopher Miller, bro, we appreciate you. You know, you be coming here, you say some wild shit, you give your opinions. I love them. We love to go back and forth. That's what it's about, man. Glad you stopped by. LOL, don't get me started on American Dragon. I used to have a crush on his mom. Yeah, I was that third. Bro, same here. Same here. Yeah, American Dragon was dope. The newer seasons where he was all skinny and whatnot, same story, but the art was different. Yeah, so it was took me out of it. Y'all saying peace out to Christopher Miller.
All right,
I listen to rappers like NF, Tom McDonald, Housing, and Ripper. Yeah, I only know Ripper.
Tom McDonald's actually pretty. You would actually like Tom McDonald. He's pretty good. Like all of his stuff, most of his raps lately have been political, but they're actually really good. He actually wrote a song dedicated to Eminem, so he actually got some good raps. I actually like his reasoning and his rhyme. So
okay, so you meant Hobson? Yeah, I fucks with Hobson. I love throwing on Hobson when I skateboard. Hobson got this one song that I keep on my like playlist, like my favorite shit, Nocturnal Rainbows. That's my shit. That's my shit.
All right, we've gone about 3.25 hours. I mean, we got through most of what we were gonna do. What are you thinking right here?
I mean, do you want to get into it? Our last topic.
I mean, we could always we could do save it for a midstream or go on it for later.
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
Man, bro, I need some caffeine, man.
You need some caffeine?
I'm gonna have to get some. I think I left it at home, but yeah, I left it elsewhere in the house. But yeah, I mean, we can always address it and hold it over for next week.
Okay, all right. We'll just hint at it. We'll just show the people what we was gonna talk about. We don't have to go in depth. But yeah, I got you.
Okay.
So we're just going the mutants. All right. New report claims the X-Men movie is in the works. I don't know if this is a trailer or whatnot, but you mind if I run through here real quick?
Yeah, go right ahead, man.
I just want to give the people the news, and then we can give them the update next week when we find out some more garbage. The mutants are coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. At least that's the latest report as we head into Marvel Studios' hotly anticipated Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con. We previously heard that the X-Men's official debut in the MCU would be a film called The Mutants, but that was via fan site and scooper outlets. This time, we are getting word from more official trade outlets, which seem to confirm everything we heard from the earlier rumors. So if you're a Marvel fan, it's looking increasingly likely that The Mutants is title you need to have on your bingo card for Phase 4. The Mutants is the title you need to have on your bingo card for Phase 4, 5. They don't even know where they are. They're just consuming. Here's what Deadline is saying about the likely programming lineup. Marvel shouldn't disappoint with sneak peeks of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I'm ready to see that garbage. And the upcoming She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Ready to see that garbage for Disney Plus. But it's not expected to shower Hollywood with an embarrassment of riches like it did 2019. Some sources believe Marvel is saving it of Disney's fan convention D23 when they got their own shit. During the second weekend of September. There's stuff we haven't seen, specifically Fantastic Four reboot. What is that, like the second, third one? Mahershala Ali and the Blade, okay, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Marvels, and The Mutants. So with the overall message of that paragraph may not be overwhelmingly excited for Marvel fans hoping for a grand haul, it does hint at the very real possibility that Marvel's Kevin Feige could still potentially break the internet Saturday night just by dropping simple bits of information that fans have been thirsty for, like the name and story arc of the X. Fans of Marvel are not thirsty for this. Consumers of the
No, they're not.
MCU are. So be specific. Like the name and story arc of the X-Men MCU reboot, a release date and cast films in development like Fantastic Four, Blade, or the properties on the TV and movie that haven't been revealed yet. That doesn't even account for a film like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, or Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which could drop full first look trailers. There go my guy Nightcrawler.
This is the updated version for the X-Men, because you can see this is from either House X or Power X. You can see Xavier's one with the big ass helmet towards the right on there. That's Xavier. He can actually walk now. Like he's not in a chair anymore. And so they're making it like they're on Krakoa, which is where the mutants didn't want to live with man. It's just with mankind, so they all went to Krakoa. Like this is the one where Scott Summers, Jean Grey, and Wolverine are all in this polyamorous relationship. So I'm like, if you're trying to reboot it to that, I'm not watching that. Because it was supposed to be, they were supposed to exist within society and say, hey, there may be mutants that want to do bad, but we want to exist with you guys and do good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Just, so to push their agenda, we got this fuck shit that validated by something that happened within the last decade. And yeah, that's where you got your social issue from, was from the mutants living in society. Now we just bickering amongst ourselves.
Yeah, and this is like the death of Magneto. So Magneto dies, and there's a big trial to figure out who did it. But
they're trying to get you to eat the bugs. I want you to eat the bugs. Subliminals. Subliminals. Look at that spilling of the blood.
It's like they're really trying to do like the it's like accusations and
Storm
who
looking
did
good.
it. Yeah, Storm always look good though. You know,
yeah, Colossus looking good with that beard.
The thing, they're trying to make him almost more black than Russian with the beard and the haircut. You know what I mean? Even trying to do that with almost Sinister.
He still looks pretty straight hair back white guy to me.
All right, finally give that. And they got Death in there with the scythe, I guess. So,
all right,
I mean,
I don't know the involvement here. Death is not a mutant.
I that's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
Mr. Sinister, he's a mutant, correct?
I think so. I think he experimented on himself too, I think.
Okay, so I think he's a mutant, but like some other shit going on. But like, why is he in the midst of them?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know that's probably like cover art or a variant for the trial of who killed Magneto. But I mean,
okay,
you know
okay, I got you.
It's just
I feel you. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I don't know who is this.
I
don't know who that is.
I don't know if that's Lucifer or what.
Azazel?
I'm not sure. Maybe. Oh, it might be Azazel. Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. All I'm saying is I'll wait and see if they actually wind up bringing anything up, probably later on tonight or even tomorrow. By next week, we should have something, because Saturday is usually the biggest day for Comic-Con in general. And so they'll probably wait till the afternoon or the night to show you the real reveals.
All right, people, we've been chilling. We got a whole lot of content now. We went way past our usual mark. It was fun.
Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you guys for sticking with us.
Yeah, appreciate everybody that came through in the chat. I need to do better about, I don't know, playing little clips and shit.
Great Scott.
I know, this is heavy.
That was terrible placement, but I got
work on
be doing more of that shit. Yeah, during the stream, just to have some fun. But yeah, you got some wrap up thoughts?
No, man. Thank you guys for sticking with us. We got through all we wanted. It's great when you guys interact with us. It makes the thing more lively in discussion. It gives us a lot of energy to keep pushing through and talk with you guys. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say besides it was fun. Tune in next week for episode 17 of Heroes No Capes. Subscribe to the channel if you new, or if you come through after the fact. Ego will have his channel soon enough, so y'all will be able to subscribe to that. So we'll be able to plug that in the future.
Yeah. But yeah, working on a trailer, guys. Working on it now.
Yeah. Speaking of trailers, peace out, people.
All right.
We in there.
We good. I'm gonna knock these stickers off.